about dumb shit. I like
I,
talking.
I do too. I do too. And welcome. Ham, let me hear you say something. Go ahead.
Uh,
Okay, good deal. That's enough.
what the hell came make it?
Thank you.
That's what you wanted to hear, right?
Not yet, but thank you. Yes, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Happy Monday, bastards.
We're back. Um, this is going to be a very unique show. No, not so much. This is kind of like what the crossover is going to be going forward. We're talking about gaming is for sure. But we're going to have to throw in a couple of little nuggets because there were some things that I ran into last night as I've been battling this sickness. Shout out to 108. I was on the Dragon's
He's had
Den.
one too many spices.
Bro, bro, I was fighting for my damn life on the Dragon's Den. Man, I was like, man, I was losing my mind. I was over here. I had a good time, but man, I was so sick. And man, just the worst part of the sickness was Saturday, was Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. And now I woke up and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm the antibodies, the K mega isms is fighting off the evil empire that's trying to take over my body for the last week. But I'm feeling a lot better.
Pulled up.
Bro.
Don't let him fool you.
Man, you know what I'm saying? No, I go all natural. Anyway, no, but I rarely get sick.
All natural.
I know. I rarely get sick, honestly. I may have a cold like once every 2 years or once a year. But when I get sick, I get sick. And my wife calls me a toddler because I do act like a big old baby. And so she was like, and so every time that I get sick, which like, I say it's rare, I'm
I don't know, okay, Maggie. You don't have to be under the weather to be sick. You just naturally like that.
That is true. I will admit to that to some degree.
Gross.
But we'll talk about some sick things here today. But anyway, we're going to have a great show. We're going to be talking about some gaming, but we're going to be talking about some things outside of gaming, maybe some stuff in entertainment and just in things in life because, we were just talking before we started to
see the way he's curving his hand because that's just what we just got done talking about.
Right. Yes.
Curve.
I don't know. Is that your favorite anatomy?
Booty?
Yeah.
Cheeks. No.
Okay.
But it is a top 3.
Oh, it's number 1 for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a top 3 for me. It's the top for me, top. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, surprising, it's legs. I love a woman with beautiful legs. But other than that, anyway, this isn't going to. We gotta talk about the thirst trap with some of these guys out here. At some point today. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting crazy. Listen. I like what I'm seeing with Stellar Yams. I do, her thickness in her yams, but it's getting out of pocket. And the stuff that I'm seeing from people posting stuff from Final Fantasy, like from Rebirth, like calm down, like get outside, go talk to some real women, please. But we'll talk about that here a little bit later. It's wild out here in these gaming streets, man.
It's unreal.
It's unreal.
Right?
Oh, I don't even think
I'm just kidding.
Is that Unreal Engine 5? I don't think that's
Unreal 5. Yeah. I'm just saying it because it's very realistic.
Yeah. See, my girl, Lady Fox has said she loves hot and spicy chicken ramen and chips. Now, I don't know if she's talking about a food or if she's talking about all the kibbles and bits. I don't know. They could be talking about food here. I have no idea.
Eat what you want.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's up, Sir X-Man? Wesley Foxfire. What's up, everybody? Yes, this is going to be a wild show. But we're gonna first start off talking about some gaming stuff. And first off, let's just get into what you've been playing, Ham. I haven't played nothing. I've been watching a lot of movies. I've been sick. I've been playing a little bit of Tales of Arise. I went back to that because I need to go back and finish it. I'm saying I'm going to knock out a lot of my backlog before I jump on to something new. I've already bought up until April 26th. So I'm stopping for now. But I've been buying a lot of movies. So I went and I called my wife up on The Mist. She's never seen it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen The Mist, but The Mist, and matter of fact, check on Xbox. They give it for you for free if you're an Xbox Ultimate member. So that was really cool. So, I mean, and that's how I got it, but I've been buying other movies as well. But she never seen The Mist. The Mist has one of the craziest endings you ever want to see. Ever. And I put it up there with like movies like Precious. Precious ending was like, that whole movie was just crazy. But The Mist ending, my God. And it had my wife, had her hand over her head and had her traumatized for a little bit. Also caught up on Avatar, Way of the Water. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic movie. I wish we would have seen it in IMAX. So when they have the other movie, we'll definitely go and see it in IMAX. And then we're finna probably later on, we'll probably see this movie called 45 Years. It looks really, really like deep, and it looked like it could be a movie that could go real left. It's this couple that's been married for 45 years, but there's some kind of dark secret. So I want to try to do, because that's more of kind of like what my wife likes to watch, type of stuff, other than me all action and kicking ass and all that different type of stuff. I'm going to watch this, but it looks pretty interesting. But Tales of Arise is all I played since I've been sick, and I've just been watching movies. What have you been playing, Ham Solo?
All right, Tales of Arise. I still want to get into that game.
That game is fire, man.
I got through the very beginning, early part where you're a worker, you step in front of some people that are getting their butts beat and take the beating for them. I got I want to say 2 hours into that game before I just figured out I had too many other games I needed to kind of get a wrap around. I've been playing today I just literally picked up, speaking of things that I'm just completely ignoring. I'm using currently what's it called, Evil West. I'm ignoring the games I'm supposed to be playing by playing Evil West right now because it's such an easy game to kind of pick up and get into. Not gonna lie, I've been watching a lot of shows and stuff too, but I've been playing some games as well. Been playing, of course, Helldivers still. Trying to think of another game I've been playing pretty regularly. The finals, of course, NBA, of course. Sekiro. I got a good chunk into Sekiro yesterday, but I've been more or less just going versus bosses. So I'm super underleveled right now because I haven't been doing like any grinding. I've just been, and now I'm to a part where it stinks being underleveled. So I might have to hit them backwoods.
Yeah, you might have to. Sekiro ain't nothing. Yeah, Sekiro is no joke. That's a game that I got to go back to as well. I really did enjoy what I played, but then I hate soul-like games. So it's like once I get to a part where I'm fighting something like for the 100th time, and it's not like a boss, or it's like maybe a mid boss, I get pissed off, and then I'll say I'll come back to it, and then again I'm playing a million other games, and then it's caught up in obscurity. It's somewhere in another dimension somewhere. And I gotta pull it back out and go get it. So yeah, but
no doubt,
it's a great game. It's a great game though.
So. Let's see. I think that's kind of it for the most part. Played a little bit of Halo the other day just for the hell of it, but been watching a lot of shows as well. Been watching some wild documentaries. I've been watching some stuff that has to do with like World War One,
Oh,
a
cool
bunch of
stuff.
stuff
Love stuff
like
like that.
that. But I've also been watching some like trap lore
Mm,
as well, which is nuts to hear how much people talk about killing people right on songs and make crazy amounts of money off of doing that.
mm,
And it's just a normal thing to do now.
crazy.
And it's it's super nuts, like how they will literally murder somebody and then go to the internet and tweet about it and
Yeah.
make songs about it and replay what happened in this music videos. And it's nuts. And like anybody that you're smoking on, like if I went to Oklahoma and took out K Mega and then I did a song and I said I'm smoking on that K Mega pack. That's like the new thing to say
Yeah. It's crazy.
now. Like whenever you
Wow.
take down an enemy, you say I'm smoking on them. That's
Damn.
nuts. Tragic. It's tragic.
Oh
But man,
man.
I didn't realize I was old until I realized that that's been happening for years, and it went right over my head. And I was like, man, I guess I am kind of getting a little old. I'm not Sir X Man or K Mega old, but like I'm definitely out of the loop.
Well, you know
But
what? This is the sad thing about hip hop in its state right now. I think most people are out of the loop. That's why we don't have a album in the top 100 that charted in the top 100 in 2022 or 2023. It just isn't resonating. It's all the same, and it's now gotten to a point to where it's like you said. And see, I didn't even know about this, Ham. But you know, it's turned into true murder music, and it doesn't have any type of substance. Like there's really no meat in the bone. Everything is,
yeah, I was gonna say
yeah, it's
some of
garbage.
the people some of the people that are rapping and stuff like that are very talented, but
Yeah,
for
yeah.
what they're talking about and stuff, they have no way of like maintaining a meaningful legacy with that type of content.
Right.
You just don't. Like, I mean, there's been plenty of true gangsters that were rappers, right? That
Right.
still knew that maybe I shouldn't talk about this stuff. Maybe I should talk about something that will really resonate and actually stick around for a long time. Be, something that people can remember them by. I don't know. I mean, there's always been gangster, crazy rap, but that's
Yeah.
why people don't remember people like Spice One because it
No.
was such crazy rap that you could get in a
But
radio
the
play.
bars that Spice One would throw,
He
boy,
was
like
good.
them ad
I
libs
could
was
say
insane when he was rapping about just. I got all of Spice One's albums. Man, he had a flow that was incredible. That it was the way he harmonized what he was talking about, right? But anyway, but yeah,
but he
but you're
could
right.
never resonate to the regular person, so
Oh
he'd
no,
never be as
no,
big as like an Easy.
no,
You know what
no.
I'm saying? Because Easy made fun, joking music and also radio hits.
Right,
Boys in the Hood was insane. That
right.
track alone was nuts.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. Is like the music resonated with us as a youth, and it does. See, like you said something, you hit on something that's really important. Even when they were talking about the gangster shit, they also had their songs about love to their degree, and fun. Like we you know what I'm saying? We live our life, but sometimes we gotta live our lives dangerously, but we still live our lives. We still go hang out, we still party, we still do this, we still do that. You don't get that anymore. Like I'm seeing somebody like Sapo was saying, like, let me put that up there. Sapo was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, they don't represent anything. They're only popular for trends. That's it. Like the music was that was back then, and I know that we sound
Yeah,
like old
NWA
fuddy dust.
making Express Yourself. That's
Yeah,
a
like
thug. That's a thug group.
Yeah,
making a song called Express Yourself, just kind
right.
of relating with the regular person.
Well, I mean, you go back to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and then they made the song about "Don't Push Me, I'm on the Edge." What is that? The full name of that song? I keep forgetting
Mm.
about it. But when he's talking about, where they're breaking it apart about saying what's going on in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stairs, but people don't care. Like that, like they just bringing up all different types of shit and like it is telling you a story. Like that's why Biggie was so popular, because you could tell a story. That's why Pac was so popular, because you could tell a story. But they also talked about love. They also talked about fun. They also talked about just having a good time. And you don't get that. Everything is depressing, drug related, or like, okay, my daughter, she loves Kevin Gates, right? She's obsessed with him in a sense, like, she went to one of his concerts, or he's going to come out here to Oklahoma, to Tulsa, or whatever. So she's going to go out there and go kick it with her girls and go check him out, right? And so she's over here having me listen to stuff, and I've listened to some of his stuff. He's not he got skills, but like this one song that she was playing, like the first part of it I was feeling. I was like, okay, I'm digging that. But then he talked about like 4 or 5 different things that I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay, first off, you can't be talking about the trap. Then now you over here in the same song, you talk about, pulling hoes. Then talking about, how your baby mama did you. What in here? What? Bro, come on. Listen. Can you separate those tracks? Can you separate that and make it into 3 different tracks? You know what I'm saying? And just so I can feel each one of them. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, the one, I forget his name. He passed away few years back. Really popular, younger rapper, but he always made songs about depression and drugs. And I think he made a song about killing himself or whatever. And I'm like, yo, what?
Are you talking about like
Is one of them?
XXXXN?
I think
That
so.
dude?
Yeah, that dude. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, I'm over here getting depressed. Listen to this shit. Like, I mean, I'm digging the beat, the you know what I'm saying, the vibe of the way that he's harmonizing the song. But then, like, when I'm listening to it and absorbing it, I'm like, yo, this shit is depressing. This is sad. Like, man,
You just want to turn off the light and sit in the corner.
yeah.
There's a lot of really good, like I thought,
it's nuts, man.
like
It's nuts.
I used to get made fun of because I thought Lil Peep was a pretty good rapper, but I thought at the same time, he also is like the worst person to listen to if you're having a bad day, because it'd sink you even further deep into like that puddle. And like I liked all like but they kind of remind me of what emo was back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like where it was like really like sad and depressing, but like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like there's definitely not the zest or freshness that
No.
used to kind of be
No.
like that kind of like wake you up and get you feeling good.
Right.
Not
right.
really. Like they got some wake you up music, but it'll wake you up in like frowning and like ready to like be like a drill commander. Like that's why they call it drill rap. You know, like it's just like it makes you like ready to like yell at somebody at 6 a.m.
Right. Yeah, like you want to bang on breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to act a fool. Like that's the thing. It's like, man, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm putting in my music and stuff, like I listen to a lot of low key, lesser known rappers, unless it's like a Kendrick Lamar or a Drake or something like that. Or Rick Ross or something like that. But I listen to a lot of underground stuff. I listen to a lot of trip hop, stuff like that. Like a lot of neo soul. Like I'm like, man, this stuff. I like a Nicki Minaj. I like, what I'm saying, Nicki Minaj's first 2 albums was outstanding. I like
The first album was nice.
Yeah, I like Cardi B. I like
I don't like Cardi B.
I
I
like
can't do
Cardi
that.
B. Not only she fine, she got me,
Yikes.
but I like women that I do like women that express themselves. Like I love me a Little Kim. I had a big ass crush on Little Kim. I
Lil'
like women,
Kim
man, and her flow was
is a
raw.
million times better than Cardi B to me.
Yeah,
And
flow
I'm not
wise,
even that
right.
big of a Lil' Kim fan. If you wanna
Lil Kim was
ask me
amazing.
a girl rapper that I used to have a crush on back in the day that I really liked, it was Eve.
Yeah,
Eve, I
no, Eve
thought
was
was
cold. Eve was cold. Yeah,
yo,
no, Eve was
Eve was
cold.
dope.
I mean, MC Light. You know what I'm saying? Yo Yo. I mean, like the one of the
I mean,
coldest
there's a
rappers.
ton of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of the
There's a
coldest rappers that got caught up for fraud was Boss. I don't know if you remember that her name was Boss. She did nothing but gangster rap, but then she got exposed because she was working for a law firm to be a lawyer. But she was go back to the late
It
80s,
would have
early
been
90s.
perfect nowadays.
Oh my God, bro! She was not only cute, but she had bars, but all her shit was
I
just
was about to say she
flaming
would have
mad
been perfect
gangster.
nowadays.
Yeah, right. Because mostly everybody's faking. I like Megan Thee Stallion and stuff. But now like somebody like oh man, what's that chick that everybody thinks that she's turned to a Satan worshiper now? Little light skinned chick. She got that song. Oh, she's a devil. She's a badass, whatever. She's a rebel. I forgot what it. Somebody in the chat help me out. But like I remember when she first was on YouTube doing stuff, and now looking at all this, you can tell that the music industry has got her all tore up. I don't even know, man. Like she got skills, she's very talented, but I don't know, man. The game is just wild. I just don't know what happened to hip hop. Like it's going through its phase, kind of like what rock is going through. And listen, you know that shit's getting bad because even Beyonce's doing country music. So I don't even know. I've gotten too old for it. You know what I'm saying? When it gets back to the level, you know what I'm saying, then I'll definitely be back on my hip hop. But you know, for right now, man, I'm just gonna be on my old man shit. So Doja
Oh
Cat.
man, I listen to all
Doja
kinds of
Cat.
stuff. Like as of lately,
Thank
been
you. Doja
listening
Cat. That's what I'm talking about.
to some Black Street.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
my daughter's favorite song is "My Paradise."
Listen to that. Let's go. But
Yep,
you know,
I used to sing that.
you don't know nothing about that. Well, I mean, you're an
What are you
older
talking
man,
about?
but you didn't know nothing about that when you was youngster.
When I was young, that's how I knew about Black Street, is growing up with that.
Come on, man. You didn't know nothing about that.
Man, I grew up with Black Street,
Stop it.
LSG,
Stop, man. Shut your ass
Next.
up. You just read stuff off your phone right now, sucker.
No, Levert, Gill, and
Man, get
Sweat,
out of here. Get out of here.
or
Get out of
Levert,
here.
Sweat, and Gill,
See, you didn't know it.
LSG. Man, see, look at you. Your own mic is cutting you off because it knows you're on some bullshit right now. You're on
Oh
some
my goodness.
bullshit right now.
But all right, man. Let's get on to it, man. I I over here want to see what the people are saying in the chat right now so far. We over here got like, can you trust content creator sources? We got 6% that said yes. We got 44% that says no. We got 50% that says hell no. Please keep letting us know what you think about this. But man, let's get right to it. So
What you know about that chicken and grits? Man, you don't know nothing about that Maxwell, bro.
Maxwell. Okay.
What you know about?
I got a story to
Know
tell
nothing
you.
about that Maxwell.
I got a story to tell. Here's a K Mega special story. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes like I do this a lot on off the air. Sorry, X Man can tell
You
you
know
that.
about D'Angelo, bro?
What you talking about? Anyway, but let me tell you the story about Maxwell. All right, so I was dating this girl named Cherie. Okay, and so Cherie was Island Pacific and black, something I don't know, something like that, right? So anyway, I was dating her and stuff like that. She said she had a friend, a god nephew, a god something, I don't know, whatever, that was making an album. And at this time, you know, okay, everybody's making an album. I mean, I'm getting mixtapes from other people all over the place and everything of that nature, right? Well, whatever. So, she's on the phone with somebody. And so she says, and so I'm saying, like, you know, I'm hearing a guy's voice, and I'm like, oh, with? And she said, oh man, it's my god brother. That's what she said, my god brother. And so she said, oh, and I'll sit there and talk to her. And so she said, oh yeah, he's making an album and stuff like that. And so anyway, she said, hey, you want to talk to him? So I talked to him. So this dude had this soft ass voice and shit, whatever. And so his name was Max. So a Maxis or some crazy shit like that or whatever, right? So he said he was making an album, he was producing an album, he was helping putting the album together, all this other stuff, right? So anyway, long story short, he says, hey, if you want, I'm going to give my god sister a free cassette. This is how far this shit was. This was a free cassette or a CD if you want it. I said, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take it, whatever. It was Maxwell's first album. On my kid's soul, on my life, on everything, on my mother's dead grave. It was Maxwell. He gave me a free copy of his CD and cassette of the Hangout Suite. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. And then when me and Cherie broke up, I was hoping that I got his second album for free, but I never got that. But still, that's my story. Real sister. I know about Maxwell, brother. I got to talk to him. I should have stayed with that girl. I could have been maybe. Well, he's no longer around. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still performing.
Man, you better watch your mouth. Your house, okay, you gonna.
Bro,
find a new place to sleep.
And I couldn't believe how that album was tough. I'm saying, man, this dude can sing this shit.
Man, I'm so happy we can't hear you right now.
Oh my God. Oh man, that album, man, the Maxwell Suite album was cold-blooded. Oh, that was a fantastic album. And I got that shit for free. Got the hookup. Okay. Anyway. So, all right. See, I know about Maxwell and I know about D'Angelo, but I never got to meet D'Angelo. But, but to be honest with you, with D'Angelo, I like his music. He's a great singer and shit, but he didn't resonate with me like let's just say somebody like Donnell Jones. Now Donnell Jones was my dude. Donnell Jones was my type of style, or Avant. That was my style of like R&B, You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but you don't know about no Avant.
How'd you like Jaheim?
John.
Man, see, quit messing with me, K-Man. You acting like I don't know these people.
Bro, I know Jaheim.
Man, you need to fix your mic.
What is my mic is tripping like that? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, it is tripping like that.
Hold on, let me see what's happening. I'm sorry if it's tripping like that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he said you could. Okay, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me see.
Still got it, man.
Hold on. Is it working better now, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully. Sorry. Maybe I got too many things going on. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I got too hyped up. I don't know.
Yeah, to make me go out and get the old school joints right here, bro.
Man,
what you know about that?
Don't make me put man. That ain't nothing but a little bag of groceries. Man.
Yeah, this is just a little bit of what I got from my mama house.
Don't let me go to the closet. Don't let me go to the closet and pull out the boxes. Don't do that. Don't do. And in this, well, you can't see behind here, but there's a little drawer right here that has 5 terabytes of nothing but music. It was all my albums that I sit there and I put into my.
About that Ice Cube War and Peace right there, son. He ain't got that.
I got all that. I got 45 terabytes of music right behind me in this hard drive. And the only thing, my hard drive is jacked up. I got to take it to Best Buy so I can get it fixed.
Yeah, it's jacked up, so you ain't got it.
But no, I got them CDs in the boxes in the closet. I just built my new PC. I don't have a.
You know about that?
Drive.
That Foxy Brown.
Oh man, you crazy? I got Foxy Brown. I love me some Foxy Brown.
He ain't got no Foxy.
Do you got that Sugar Hill or what? No, what was that? The Fern? You got the Fern?
Not right here, no.
See, why you ain't got the firm? See, that's you said that's your mama shit. That ain't, man. Come on, man.
I ain't take all this stuff from my mama house.
Damn, somebody Seppo said somebody, man, is my
I
mic
keep it at
tripping
my
like
mama
that?
house
Hold on,
though.
hold on. Let me look at something right fast. Hopefully I don't need a
This right here, a classic.
hold on, let me see something right fast. Okay,
That's
now it's
that
okay.
Twister right there.
The Twister? Okay.
Twister. Say it right, Twister.
I got Twister. I only got 2 of Twister's albums though.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Anyway, all right. Since you got a, what is that? Oh, come on, man. He's soft. I like Brian McKnight. I only got maybe
I mean,
1 or
not
2
dope.
albums. I got his collectors.
This right here, one of my favorite movies.
I'm really
This
not
right here, one of my favorite movies.
The Wolf.
Oh yeah,
That's one of your favorite movies. That's a good movie. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not one of my favorite movies, but you know.
it's a great movie.
Why are you showing us your mama's collection? Where's your
Man,
collection?
I ain't showing you my mama. This is my shit that I kept at my mama's house.
That man said that was.
Man, I still got posters and shit. You see all this shit. This is shit I've had since I was a little kid. All of that except the NWO, except that signed NWO thing that I got after old boy died. After Razor Ramon died. But
Okay.
everybody remember this joint right here. This is before 50 Cent got big.
All right.
Pain
So,
is love.
oh yeah. Okay. So they said when I get high pitched, then that's when they lose me. So it's just my mic being on my mic. Let me see.
Remember these old ass CDs?
What is that?
The old No Limit CDs.
Yeah,
Man, they used to come. Man, those things used to come in those like cardboard, you little clip
plastic.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah,
slide
they
it
came
out.
in those little,
It
they
back
didn't even
and
come in a
bubble.
damn jewel case.
Right. Man, no.
Shit came out there looking like a 3DO case.
Man, you crazy. Boy, man, I know all about that. I'm telling you, when I get my hard drive fixed, I'm gonna let you see all of the stuff that because it's still in my iTunes. I might have to just show you my iTunes list, and then
A bunch of dead links.
Yeah, because my hard drive is jacked up, and I got to hook it up, so I got to get the hard drive fixed. Because like I don't have a CD-ROM. I didn't add one when I built my PC, and I need to just buy one and then but I don't want to go through that because that took me 6-7 months to put all that music, compile all that music in there. So and then I organized and anyway. So regardless, I do miss all my music, but I will get it back. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We will
You got that Charlie boy.
I got. Name somebody else. I got that. Name somebody else. I'll tell you what until you name something, I'll tell you what. Name something. I got it all, bro. I got. Well, I ain't got it all, but I got a lot.
KRS-2.
KRS-2. KRS-1?
No, I'm just messing with you.
I was like, KRS. I ain't never heard of KRS-2. Like KRS-1. You got me. Okay. Let's talk some gaming. All right. So, our boy Idle Sloth. I don't know if Idle Sloth has turned into one of these renegade Xbox people or not. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know who's the renegade Xbox people or not. But he posted this. Let me go ahead and just show this window right here. And he posted where Risk It for the Biscuit said that he had sources that told us that told him, or I'm sorry, he heard that Starfield and Hellblade were going to be coming to the PlayStation here. It's in some capacity. Some been saying that was going to be coming in December of this year or whatever. I'm going to play a little bit and then we'll just get off.
You finna play this joint?
Something because I'm not throwing anyone under the bus here. And I've kept this under my hat for quite some time. But I've now confirmed this with 4 separate sources. I haven't seen any documentation or banners that would prove it, but I have confirmed it with 4 separate sources that also say the same thing. So there is a Hellblade 2 port for PlayStation.
That's fucking bullshit.
That's
like,
what
no, I don't mean it's not true. I just mean that's ridiculous. That's a dumb thing.
I really think what they're going to do is that they've tested the waters slightly, and I think they're going to get, if it's not Phil, I think they're going to get further pushed to try something. And I think Hellblade and Starfield will be the 2 games that they send over to either finalize we're not doing this or finalize we are going to do this.
If they do those 2 games, in my opinion, they might as well not have an Xbox. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Like a console. It's ridiculous, man. Those kind of games, you are doing more damage to your platform than the money you gain from having them on other platforms. I get the live service stuff, but those single player games, nah, man, they've got to be your big carrots that you try to get people to come into your ecosystem for. I just think that it's so frustrating. They were so close to finally being there, to finally realize the potential of the platform, and then it's disappointing, man.
Okay, so I'm not gonna play all 3 minutes of this, but as you can see or hear here, this man said he heard. He didn't see it officially. The information from the sources didn't come to him directly, but as you can see, it already caused this person I don't know, intruder, to feel that this was the end of Xbox, and then Jez Gordon comes out and says, well, this isn't, from his sources. He hasn't heard anything that there's any development from anything or whatever anytime soon or whatever, right? So, Ham, your thoughts about this whole sources thing? We've been hearing people talk about sources here for some years now. Very few, I would say maybe 20% have been accurate. The 80% has been absolutely cooked, but people still today follow these people that brings up sources and have continuously been wrong instead of pushing that type of nonsense away until they get an official word from the people who do make these games and that has true inside knowledge. I don't know. What's your thoughts about this? Is this something that we should even be worried about or even care about at this point? And I don't know, man. Where are we at, man? This is crazy to me personally.
I think you should care about what they say, but not for the reason that they're saying it. I think you should care about what they say for the fact that, in my opinion, the people that say this stuff, especially those that claim to be fans of Xbox or the ecosystem that is within Microsoft or something like that, are the actual ones damaging the platform. They're I don't think a game like Sea of Thieves is damaging it. I don't think one game or another out of 50 or whatever developers is damaging the platform as much as the word of mouth of, oh my God, look at this, and let me go on ahead and guess first before I get the news so I could be right. And if I'm wrong, oh well, I'll just guess again. That's kind of the mentality that news almost seems to be anymore. Or at least opinion pieces seem to be more or less on the doom and gloom side than ever before. And you can even take this outside of the context of gaming and just talk about general news. And general news, when you watch something like a Fox or CNN or anything like that, most of them give you the worst possible outcome of something before knowing any sort of source or truth, or they'll just tell you what they've seen or heard from somebody. And I mean, I understand you don't want to give up your sources or whatnot, but like it's become so common for just your average person to call themselves an insider that I literally don't take anybody serious when they say stuff like that anymore. People that I actually currently am cool with, or I've had on my show before, or that I genuinely enjoy their content, once they tell me that they have inside information on their show or platform or something like that, my ears just go down. Like, it's just like usually they don't have anything to tell me that's not really that like impressive, or they have a doom and gloom situation that puts everybody in some sort of bad mood and gets them fired up to want to say something and try to, trip a response from an executive and something like that. I'm not trying to do content that way. That's not the way that I want to do stuff. I think it's kind of lame to continuously tell people that you have some sort of information that they cannot attain and you can't really stand on it comfortably. Like, I find that weird. And then on top of it, like, track records say everything, man.
Yeah.
They really do. It's like a first impression to your mama when you bring that girl home. You know what I mean? Track records are everything, man. So if you come out looking sideways from the jump, like, just remember, sure, you may be able to scoot by and get a bunch of people to follow you, and they'll forget to unfollow you or whatever, and just kind of keep you around for a little while. And wow, you got 2,000 followers in 2 days or something like that. Congratulations. But like, no one's really going to care because you don't continuously have substance other than riling them up. And it's really, how long do they want to go on that ride? Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's gets to a point where a lot of people like to watch the drama of a TV show, but once the drama is repetitive and you can guess what's going to happen, it gets boring.
Yep.
And you kind of start to be like, all right, well, I'm not learning anything by being here. I'm just getting frustrated.
No,
So like,
that's the truth.
that's just kind of how I look at seeing and hearing stuff like that. I just can't buy it, can't take it serious. You're taking a small potato and turning it into a freaking plantation of just potatoes everywhere. There's just fries just popping out of the fucking wahoos and everything. And it's just like, yo, man, this is nothing. This is a fucking chip. It's nothing. You're worried about this little piece of dirt on the ground, and you're magnifying it by a million and saying, look at all those germs. And it's like, man, go take your ass a shower. Ain't no big deal. Wash that shit off of you. You good. You good. Like, I don't know. People just want to be mad about stuff. And
Yeah,
that's just not how. I mean, like, I have no problem getting riled up or like showing or taking a company, in my way, because obviously I'm not no big investor. Like, I don't have like money stuck into the company, and I'm not gonna see a payday if they go crazy great or fall bankrupt. You know what I mean? So I just kind of look at it and I'm just like, I I I I have ways I'd wish you would do things and whatnot, but what I'm not gonna do is just sit there and wallow in it and make everybody else wallow in it and then project all these random things to continue to wallow. It's like, yo, they did something I didn't like. are they doing more to continue that I don't like? Oh, I don't really know. All you got is time. Just sit around and wait and see what happens. Like,
Right.
people are so quick to get pissy. And people are so quick to get pissy and lose their temper and get emotional. And like I don't know why you get so emotional over something that's supposed to be a hobby. Like I couldn't imagine like screaming or wanting to throw away, all of my paint because, I don't know, Pittsburgh paint teamed up with Ace Hardware for a fucking for a special color palette. Like oh my god, they're not supposed to work together. They're supposed to be bitter enemies. It's just like, no, man, they're trying to make money. They're trying to make money at the end of the day, and they don't care what you think. Um, if you're not a fan of them anymore, just say it as it is. You're just not a fan.
And move on. That's it. That's I mean, the one thing that, and I understand it as a society where we want everything right in our face now, because we are getting things a lot quicker and a lot more efficient. But patience is something that in this gaming industry is that we should have already been accustomed to from the beginning. I mean, how many times have we sit here and we've been anticipating a game that's supposed to be coming out, and then it finally gets close to the time it's coming out, and then it gets delayed? Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's why I rarely try to be first with any of this type of information. I always wait, do my due diligence, and just let the process kind of work itself out. Because 9 times out of 10, or I should say 7 times out of 10, when people come out first and they saying something, they usually got to make a video or a stream to where they have to revert their first comments because something has changed. And it's just
Hey,
like,
Megan, there's a difference. There's a difference between being wrong, which we all are at sometimes. We're all wrong. As us as content creators, we're probably wrong more times than we are right.
Yeah.
But it's the energy that you're putting behind it that really tells the story at the end of the day. Is this person doing this for the right reasons? Does this feel like this person's trying to get just a little bit more views and energy and like just false positive, like, well, you're trying to gain a bunch of false positives out of this? Like, a bunch of people are going to hit subscribe and a bunch of people are going to hit follow and a bunch of people are going to hit like because you're being trashy. Like, I mean, in my opinion, that's kind of what it is, and it's no disrespect to the people and who they are, especially off camera and stuff like that. But it's just like sometimes it feels like you see that somebody can be easily taken advantage, so you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it because you know that people will sulk and want to just wallow in that pity that they're used to wallowing in.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's kind of going into my point. There's 2 factors behind this that's the problem. One is that the media plays this role, and they try to make this seem like, well, this is okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Let me turn it down. Then. Yeah, because Yobi told me to turn it up, so I was like, let me turn it up then, because I was wondering.
It's good now. It's perfect.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, let me see. Sorry, guys. So just keep telling me in the chat whether I need to turn it up, turn it down, if this is cool, because I don't want to keep doing the clipping thing, because I haven't had that happen in a while. But I don't know if I need to update or whatever. But normally when that type of stuff happens, that's what happens. I need to get an update. But anyway, but the media kind of comes out and they play this role of, well, this is good for gaming. It ends the console war if you put games on other platforms. But then in the same breath, they're over here rewarding PlayStation Nintendo for Nintendo for over here, instead of putting games on PC and letting PC gamers get a taste of Nintendo exclusives, and telling, and saying, and I'm not saying that piracy is right, but I mean, but it just shows that there's a group of gamers that wants to play their games. They just don't want to play them at 720p. PC gamers pay thousands of dollars, or hundreds or thousands of dollars on these rigs in order for them to play at high frames and things like that, and get high resolutions. So they don't want to buy a machine to play at 720 or to play 1080p 30 frames per second on their TVs or on their monitors, right? So Nintendo needs to go ahead and do better and put games on PC, and PlayStation need to stop hogging these games like Final Fantasy and Stellar Blade and others. If they're not first-party titles that are owned by Sony, then why is that not being looked at as a problem? But then yet Microsoft, go ahead, put all your games here, put all your games there, put your games everywhere. And so this also gives this false pretense to content creators out there, especially Xbox or so-called Xbox content creators, that, well, this is the end of the console. This diminished the console. See, these whole little these certain words that has been used over the years, that has been going after Microsoft for them when they first started putting games on PC. Now it's starting to come and show its ugly face again, but only at PlayStation. But we're not getting the same type of, the same type of rhetoric from these same media outlets and content creators, because of the fact that PlayStation is doing the same thing. And there are Nintendo games that are on Xbox. There are PlayStation games that are on Xbox. It's just not brought up to the forefront, and it's not talked about as much as potential. Because listen, I didn't know that Helldivers 2 was not owned by PlayStation. I thought that was a first-party studio. The studio came out and said, no, we're not looking to get acquired. So there is a possibility that Helldivers could come over to Xbox, unless Sony gives them the bag and tells them, no, we don't want you to let this game go over to any other platforms. But then if they decide to do that, will the media and content creators give the same type of venom like they did for Xbox when Starfield became an exclusive? And since we also know about saying what some of these content creators is doing, it's all about engagement with them. Like, listen, why don't you just come out and say, man, this is what I think, I'm pissed off about it. I'm not an Xbox. I mean, at least do the Tim Dog thing. Say you're not an Xbox fan anymore. Just say that. Don't come out here and say, well, I want what's best for Xbox, but then every time that you open your mouth, you say something negative about Xbox. Because like I've said many a times, the one thing that I give credit to the PlayStation community is that even when PlayStation do some stupid shit, most of them just put their head in the sand and keep on talking about their exclusives. Hell, they'll even go back and tell you about Bloodborne or some shit from last gen before they'll tell you anything bad about the PlayStation. There'll be some out there that'll call PlayStation out, but for the most part, they just sit there and say, look, man, I'm playing my games, I'm enjoying this, blah, 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 the second to third. Xbox gamers keep on finding, not Xbox gamers, I should say, but Xbox content creators keep on trying to find reasons to play on the doom and gloom instead of looking at the positive gains that Xbox has been doing. Like, the first thing that people should be talking about is all of those great games that was being shown at the Xbox preview partner, or whatever the hell it was called. What was the last showing that they had of the content? That was a lot of Japanese games. There was a lot of games that would have never came to Xbox in the Xbox One generation. I mean, Persona was never looked at to coming to Xbox, and it's here, and Xbox is getting all of them. Now they're finna get SMT. I mean, it's crazy to me of what Xbox has been doing to get better and better and better. And now the whole thing is now, well, the console is getting devalued. No, the console, yeah, they got a strategy. Will all these games go over to PlayStation and to Nintendo? No, they will not. Will a lot of them? Yeah, I'm sure they will. But if you look at the situation, if you don't play on PlayStation, why would you care? if that, because we're looking and seeing so many studios that are closing, and the money that Sony is hemorrhaging, and Xbox is looking okay. They're over here finding another way to getting revenue to keep their lights on, to keep their studios pumping out more games, while Sony and them is over here gotta subtract. And while you're looking at, you know, the Embracer Group that's over here just doing a liquidation sale, you see what's going on with Warner Brothers, you see what's happening with Electronic Arts. Like, it's crazy to me that people aren't looking at the positives. If you want to talk about the negatives, that's fine. But if you can't talk about the positives, then what the hell are you calling yourself an Xbox content creator for? That's my whole thing about it. Like, I mean, if everything is all doom and gloom, then you aren't an Xbox gamer, in my opinion. Because even when the PlayStation community do have some people that come out and get Sony's ass, they still have to talk about the positives, which there is some positives for PlayStation. There's positive for Nintendo. So I just don't see it, Ham. It just blows my mind that people want to keep on dogging on this company and keep thinking that the lights are going to shut off. But and if the lights didn't shut off when they had the Xbox OG, and then after Xbox One situation, especially in 2017, oh my God, as an Xbox content creator, I was fighting for my damn life. I was getting my legs beat on a daily when I was going on podcasts. But the facts are the facts. Xbox is out of that phase. So I don't know, man. You think that I'm off base a little bit, or do you agree? What's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think too much of what you're saying is crazy at all by any means. I think it's just that, yeah, if you're a fan, you should be able to say both the negative and the positives. But if all you hear is the negatives week in and week out, the negatives, it's just like, God damn, like,
Right.
still saying the same stuff that you were saying in January, bruh.
Like I say,
at what point are you?
Every 6
at some
to 8
point,
months,
you just got to keep it moving.
Every 6 to 8 months, there's always some doom and gloom with shit with Xbox. Always, there's always some doom and gloom with Xbox content creators out there. Not all of them, of course, but
I'm more than happy with somebody displaying their discomfort with Xbox. Sometimes I have my own, right?
I do too.
There's been plenty of times where I've been frustrated with Xbox. I don't know how many times I've got pissed off about the DVR. I still 100% believe that the PS5 DVR is miles ahead of the Xbox DVR. It's not even close.
You're right.
There's been definitely some other issues I've had with like, let's say, just transferring some of your, like, since I'm a content creator, I like to get, you know, the I like to get the files a lot easier than how you're able to manage it with the Xbox. Like, I just so some of that stuff is a little frustrating. And there's been some games that, you know, didn't work as well as I had anticipated they'd work when they'd come out, or not be completely done as well as I'd like. But at the end of the day, I rep Xbox the most. That's where I play all of the games that I get, especially third-party games that are able to come to Xbox. And yeah, I mean, that's where I recommend people to play their games at as well, just because of the ecosystem and the way that you can play in so many different places in so many different ways. So, like, I'm there, and I'm always going to be talking more proudly about that than the PlayStation, or even K Mega's true real love now, which is the PC.
Oh my God.
Or the Nintendo, or anything like that. Like, I'm keeping the console, baby. That's where I play most of my games, is on my Xbox console.
Oh man, I'm over here playing on my PC under the Xbox app.
Your PC
baby.
stand, yeah.
No. I mean, I've been on my Xbox playing Tales of Arise, and Tales of Arise is on is on Game Pass. But
yeah, it's on Game Pass on PC too.
Yeah, I know, but it's not Play Anywhere. Now, if it was Play Anywhere, now I would have been playing it on my Xbox through my Xbox app on my PC. But it's not, so I'm playing on my Xbox. I have no problem. Listen, I've told people, and I posted this, that Xbox PC connection is life. It is what it is. I don't need a PlayStation. I don't. I can totally wait. I got a PlayStation 4, I got a PlayStation 3, I got a PlayStation 2, I got a PlayStation 1. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. PlayStation 5 has got nothing to offer for me. Not to say that that is not a good console, it's not a solid console. It is. But for when I play Horizon Forbidden West here on the 21st, I'm going to be playing it.
Why is that game coming out the same time as all these? Why is Horizon games always coming out the same time better games are coming out?
I don't know, man. I don't know why you hate on that game so much, man.
I'm just saying, like,
but I just like
it's
play
coming out. It's coming
hardware.
out, and Dragon's Dogma is about to roll out. Like, what's up with the timing?
And I got Dragon's Dogma,
and then they got Rise of Ronin as well. That's popping out the same day as Dragon's Dogma.
And that's not coming to PC. Is that coming to PC day one? No, it's not. I don't think it is.
Rise of Ronin, no.
Yeah, okay. And neither is Stellar Blade, which, you know, that's a whole nother. That's bullshit. But like, I'll wait. I ain't worried about it.
I don't know why Sony keeps doing that. They're just leaving money on the table.
They're leaving money on the table.
They're leaving money on the table by being big headed.
And then also, I saw something earlier today where the developer of Final Fantasy 16 said we'll be making a demo for the PC version this year. So you're telling PC gamers that they got to wait another year. So you'll drop Final Fantasy 16 in 2025 somewhere around where the game of games is going to be dropped.
Yeah, it's just so dumb.
Well, I mean,
like all of this stuff is
not going to be dropped in 2025 on PC, but still, Final Fantasy 16 is cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. Like I feel like if you are a forecaster for these companies and you know damn well that you could get these two games out simultaneously on PC and said console, but you choose to only do console first, you should fire whoever is doing the forecasting. You should really do that. Like, that's like a meteorologist telling you for fucking 2 months that it's gonna be sunny and it rains every day. Like, it's just like, all right, can somebody get this man out the fucking office? He doesn't know how to do his job. Like it's okay if it sprinkles throughout the day. Like it does that every day, like pretty much in like Colorado, and it does it a lot in Florida. But I'm talking about like cloudy storms every day for like 2 months, no sun. And you said it's gonna be sunny every day. Like, get this motherfucker out the building. That's the way I look at some of these people that forecast for these games. Like, you really think keeping if you want to say, all right, we're keeping Final Fantasy VII Rebirth away from Xbox for 6 months to a year, whatever, but we're doing PC and PlayStation day and date. Like, it's just like,
smart.
I think that you have to at least do that. Like, honestly, personally, I think if you're a third-party developer and you're not shipping everywhere, you're stupid. But
facts. Unless you're getting the major bag.
But if you're gonna be finicky or give somebody a little bit more on their side of the balance, then sure, then absolutely, but make sure it's on PC as well, just because it's just like, that is such a unknown area, and that will tell you if your game is actually good or if it's only good over on this PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo or something like that. Like, you see, like I can only imagine how jealous like the people at Nintendo that are running the Pokemon team seen the amount of money that Power Worlds got by just dropping on Xbox and PC.
Goodness, man.
Like, you can
about it.
only imagine how they felt. I mean, you had Naughty Dog developers saying there's something nefarious going on because they're jealous. They're like, yo, this $40, this $30 game just took everything.
I think the price is raised up on Power World, haven't it?
I think
last time I seen it, I think it's been up by $10. I don't know. I mean, people in the chat.
I don't know about that or whatnot.
But I'm not going to
speak on.
I saw it up by.
I'm not going to speak on that because I can't verify that. But I just know that, yo, that game raked. That game got a bunch of crazy money to the point that they didn't know what they were doing. Same with Helldivers. It's just like these people are just, in my opinion, a lot of this industry that is gaming, that is Hollywood, a lot of this stuff is just pandering. People are just pandering for whether it be Sony or pandering for Xbox, or whether it be pandering to be woke or pandering to be anti-woke and super duper America everything. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
could you do that again? Could you put that type of strain in your voice again so you can go ahead and shit yourself?
Over America, that, you know, that Hulkamania. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, people
ladies and gentlemen,
tend
he just
to
stayed his draw off when he did that, but that's okay.
Like what I'm saying, K-Mega, is people don't know how to balance things properly.
You're right.
Right? Like, you can have a favorite or like something that you kind of rock with a little bit. It almost goes back to that Jeff Keighley conversation, right? Where it's just like, you can have your favorite that is PlayStation or something, right?
Right.
But let's acknowledge the industry as, hey, what the fuck is going on, you guys? What like what are we doing? Why are we saying, oh, we see when Xbox does something bad, but you just completely ignore it when PlayStation has like a crazy fallout or something of their own, or studios close down? Like imagine an IP as coveted, as loved as a Twisted Metal for an Xbox, just poof. IP is dead now. Again. But here's a TV show. Remember Last Generation? TV?
Oh yeah. Now,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
oh yeah.
So it's just like, we see the whole tax thing. We see the whole like, but I'm just saying it's bigger than just the Xbox tax thing. It's just the whole idea of just pandering. That's like in my opinion, that's what's wrong with most of society, is just people just pander too much for one thing, and then we never get to the root of the issues with a lot of things that need to actually be brought to the table, because people are too worried about hurting the company's feelings or the person's feelings or the group's feelings or whatever. So we're just in this constant flux of, it's just like technology, you know, like the whole Tesla thing, you know, how Tesla figured out free energy, and they're like, no, we want to monetize it. So now it's slow developing. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's basic history, and it's repeating itself, except it's repeating itself fast now instead of slow. I feel like slow before, you could have like maybe figured out ways around stuff or work together to maybe make a plan. So, you know, in a generation or two, when, you know, history repeats itself, it's a little slower, but we're more developed and a little bit better. But now it's just like rinse, repeat. And that's why we have like the thing that we were talking about, music and stuff earlier, where it's just like quick popular rap. You just got shot today. You're on the news. I just texted it. On to the next one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just all like everything is repetitive, including gaming and the way we treat it as fans and people.
Right, and it's like, I posted what Mike posted. Mike Johnson posted in the chat, and he says if we never call out these companies, they will never get better. And Xbox content creators hardly never call out Xbox, which again makes no damn sense. Is because Xbox wouldn't have changed if they didn't listen to Xbox content creators that was complaining. The whole generation of, well, I should say the whole generation, when it got down to in 2016, there was a lot. See, this is what's crazy. No, it even started in 2013.
Hold up real quick, hey, Mega. The whole reason that Phil, Sarah, Matt, and Booty got on camera was because of people speaking up. So, like,
that's right.
To say that Xbox fans never speak up against Xbox, that was literally the reason Phil came out on this last.
That's why I put up that clickbait. That was just clickbait. But I just wanted to go ahead because the chat needs to cook them. You know what I'm saying? All that crazy shit right there. Like, that don't even make any sense. And then you saying that and then he said earlier that, and I wouldn't even go post that nonsense, but I'll just say what he posted. He says the PlayStation community complained and Jim Ryan got fired. No. Jim Ryan got fired because he failed on not getting the ABK deal killed. Jim Ryan got fired because that his idea of wanting to make more money, to try to make more money for Sony didn't work. That's what got Jim Ryan fired. It wasn't because of y'all.
The last excuse I remember was he wasn't fired. He was let go because he had an excellent tenure.
Retired. Yeah, he said he was retiring. That's what they said, right? And then they said that, and then on top of that, remember, Jim Ryan told you that generations mattered. And then all of a sudden, when generations didn't matter, then y'all was like, yay. So y'all didn't do too much complaining. Y'all just rolled with it. So it is what it is. And y'all are complaining about the remakes, but y'all still saying y'all gonna go buy them. So I don't know, Mike. I don't know. Another thing I was seeing here, I don't know. It wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't from Fahim, but it was from somebody in here. Oh yeah, here we go. From Chris Coleman. He said, "Oh no, I hit the wrong button." Chris Coleman. He said this right here. He said, "PC players are not the metric for what is good, for what a good game is. PC only gamers are rarely in any awards or talked about by gamers. PC players love crafting games and cutting down trees." Now, that would make sense, but what won Game of the Year to 2023?
It was a PC game. Oops. Like, it's like, come on, you guys. Put a little bit more thought into it. Put a little bit. Just wait a second. Just do the research on just the last 365.
But even more, Ham. But just one more cook. Let me put my chef hat on, man. Let me put this chef hat on right here. Let me get my. Come on, let me get my thing so I can start stirring. I'm about to cook a little bit. Just one more time.
He churning.
Yeah, I'm turning. I'm about to cook, man. Hold on, let me get a little seasoning on this puppy. Listen, what game is getting all the accolades right now that a lot of people are talking about? That was a PlayStation game that's on PC day one.
I mean, it's another PC game.
But the game that right now, and now PlayStation gamers are talking all about it, but looks like that the majority of the sales that the game came from was from PC gamers. But I don't know. That's yet to be determined. But we're talking about that Helldivers 2. So again, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, you ain't chopping wood, you ain't cutting down trees and crafting. But you are calling down airstrikes and shit. So, but you know what I'm saying? But PC gamers is helping that game live. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Because even if you want to say that the PlayStation 5 gamers are buying that game more than PC gamers, which I doubt seriously, it's still close. It's not like it's 65, it says 65-35 or 80-20. It's really close. So let's not get this twisted, man. Like, listen, man, I can't with you stands. Y'all guys are I'm glad that y'all here to have the conversation. But people in the chat, please cook them. Please finish them off. Put the seasoning on them. Put the salt on them. Anyway, last thoughts on this, Ham. I don't know, man.
I just really don't. I find it.
Microsoft got to pay attention.
I find it ironic
smart though with this. I'm going to make this point, Mike. Before I forget it, Microsoft better be real smart and not listen to the media like they do most of the time with this whole bullshit about them. Put everything on everything. Put it. Bring it all over. Man, it's great for gamers. It's great for Microsoft. Don't fall for that bullshit. Xbox team, don't fall for that. Have your strategy of doing, you putting a good amount of games everywhere, but you got to keep some games. You got to keep some games in house. You got to keep some games in house. Don't let these people sit here. Don't let the media, because as you've seen many of times, the media has sit here and has put you in a position to where you look good for a hot minute, and then they make you look like shit the other. Don't fall for it. But go ahead, Ham. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make that point before I forgot it.
No, I just think it's just really ignorant for anybody to think that the PC space can't popularize a console game or vice versa.
Yeah. No.
I like whenever I hear somebody saying PC only likes this or that, it's like, dude, PC likes everything. They like everything. There's nothing that they don't like. They like Sega CD all the way to your Switch games. They like everything. God damn it. They'll play something that came out back in the fucking 50s if they want to. That very well that damn moment, or they'll play something that just came out last week. Like, I don't know. And they can popularize anything, man. Don't let a trend happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let it. Like once a trend happened, it's cooked. Like, you seen what happened? Like, we're sitting here talking about Baldur's Gate and talking about Helldivers and talking about like Power Worlds or whatnot. Like, just think about fucking a game that's pretty console. Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring right now, go to a key site. See how much that game is right now. It's still at the cheapest, like $50. And people are buying it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because PC players support good games.
And it's not the best looking game either.
It's not. It's just a good game. And it's worth that amount of money, and it has that kind of and it has that kind of staying power. So like they are the real what is it called? They are the real like money exchange, right? They will tell you what your shit is worth.
Yes.
They'll tell you real quick.
Yeah, it is. And listen, for the most part, most gamers will, overall as a demographic, play all types of games. Just all you got to do is look. Like, sometimes I'll go through when I'm game shopping, and then or window game shopping, I should call it, and there might be those obscure weird games that I'm like, let me look at the trailer of this, or let me go and look at this online and see what this game looks like, plays like, stuff like that. And then I'll go back and I'll read the comments, and it may only have like 12, 13 people who's put a rating on it on through Xbox or whatever. And then you just read about the stuff that they say. So there's an audience for everybody in gaming. So don't get this twisted by thinking that there won't be more PlayStation games coming to Xbox, or there won't be more Nintendo games coming to Xbox. I don't think that the days are over, in my opinion, my thoughts. I could be wrong, and I'll get cooked for it if I am. But I just think the days is over where Xbox is giving more than what they get back. Because that ship sailed when people was thinking that when they started making deals back in 2018, that Xbox wasn't going to get anything returned, and then all of a sudden we started getting Nintendo games. when they first started working out with Nintendo, and then all of a sudden, whoa, hold on, wait a minute, we starting to get all these the Double Dragons and all that. Well, yeah, I understand that those are old 8-bit games, but those games have been locked away, and the only way that you could play them was through an emulator, or if you went through the Nintendo store, or if you still had an old NES and you had those old games in a cartridge, or if you found them at a swap meet or something. So it means something to that the Xbox is making these attempts. Now, again, I will say for Xbox sometimes do go a little over kumbaya-ish, a little, if that's even a word, but they get a little kumbaya because they want to play the game of being your friend. I'm saying, they're like that snake from the Jungle Book. Like, hey man, we cool, but I'm slowly wrapping around you while I'm talking to you, and you just thinking like, you just a cool ass snake. Not so much. So let the process happen. That's all I'm saying. Be patient. Let's see what happens. If there's a Starfield, and yeah, if Starfield or Hellblade goes over to PlayStation, I will not like it. I didn't like the fact that High Five Rush is going to be on PlayStation. I don't like it. My petty side don't like it. But does it kill me? Will it make me stop being an Xbox first gamer? No, because I'm still going to play. I played the game. I beat the game. When Hellblade drops, I'm going to play it. I'm going to beat it on Xbox. So, you know what I'm saying? Xbox/PC. I'm not tripping. Starfield, I beat it. You know what I'm saying? On my Xbox and PC. You know what I'm saying? So what? Like, I don't care. Like, I care to the point of the console war aspect of it. But when it comes down to it at the end of the day, as a gamer, I don't. And it doesn't diminish the Xbox because the Xbox is a damn good console. The Series X and the Series S are damn good consoles. So when you say that, you're diminishing the console. When a PlayStation person says that, when they say that stupid shit when the games go over to PC, really? Your PlayStation ain't shit now? Okay, well, you should already have your $5,000 PC ready to go, so you should be like me and just wait. But we know you don't have it. Anyway, let's move on. Another little sweet thing that just popped up here, and I found this to be very, very, very fascinating. Here we go, Ham, right here. This is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sea of Thieves has topped the PlayStation 5 digital pre-order charts in numerous countries, including the US and UK. It looks like that Kraken ain't lacking, baby. Shout out to Rare. Now, this also is shady, and listen, the pettiness from Sony is outrageous, because this does mean something as well. That this game must took a while to get ported over to the PlayStation, right? And while this game and Sony, so that means Sony had to know that they were going to get maybe all 4 of these games, right? But they knew that they was going to get Sea of Thieves. And while this was getting ported over, they were in the court proceedings fighting against Microsoft over the ABK deal, knowing that Microsoft was over here trying to play nice and say, "Look, man, we're going to put some games over here on your console, man. Y'all don't need to worry about nothing." And then still, they tried to put the knife in Microsoft's back by saying, "Look, man, we want all your shit, and we want to make sure that we kill this ABK deal." I don't know, but I still love the fact that Sea of Thieves is outselling is got the top pre-order over everything that Sony got coming out right now. It's incredible to me. Your thoughts?
I mean, say what you want. It's wild. I mean, I was talking to you about this before the show started today. I was like, this is kind of like, it's a double-edged sword a little bit, because it makes, in my opinion, both fan bases kind of look silly, because forever, and I know you've heard it, I've heard it. I'm sure there's been some people in this chat that are, PlayStation fanboys that have said this before, that, oh, Sea of Thieves isn't a good game, or that game is trash, or mid or who wants to play that and
60,
stuff like that.
60, 69 rated.
Yeah, just, not a good game or whatever. And I've been one of the people to be like, it's not my kind of game, because it's not. It's not my kind of game. But I've had fun playing it a few times, but that's all I've played it is a few times. Like literally maybe 10 times. And if you know that game, that is not very many times.
That's not enough. That's not enough. Yeah,
that's not. That's no time in a game like that. Right. So yeah, it's a little weird because it's just like it's your first party game that's going on to their platform. So it's weird for you as an Xbox fan, and then it's weird for a PlayStation fan for a few reasons. First of all, to the fanboys that said this game was trash or not good or whatnot, well, your fan base disagrees with you. Like, so there's that, and then on top of it, you got Rise of Ronin coming out. You got Stellar Blade coming out. Hell, you even got a Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out, which is a big game that's coming to all platforms. So it's not just so it's not just a big game that's just coming to PlayStation or something like Rise of Ronin and Stellar Blade is, which is supposed to be two games that's been sought after like crazy. The demo hit this last weekend and then got ripped away, and everybody, including myself, was pissed off that they didn't get a chance to play it. But this game is number one in two areas in the two areas I hear people brag the most. Okay, in the US. Those are the two places I hear people brag the most about the sales and stuff like that. For that to have happened, that means your PlayStation players are giving money straight to Microsoft. Are giving money directly. You're not only are you paying for Call of Duty, but you're also paying for Sea of Thieves, and soon you'll be paying I mean, you can say it's pre-orders, but you pay for the pre-order.
High Five Rush.
So I mean,
Pendament,
it could be a pre-order, it could be a post-order, it can be a current order. It can be whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is hit the bank account. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of the companies don't pull or whatever, but I tell you what, ain't nobody like 90% of the people that put in a pre-order meant to do that shit. They ain't doing over 90% of the people. I mean, I don't know how many people order a pizza and it's pre-ordered, and I'm gonna call back and cancel the pizza.
Right.
Like if you pre-order something, you want it to cook and come to you. So they're excited to get it, and and I also find it telling that this game is number one in UK and US, and it's a 4-year-old game.
No,
over that. It's like 6 years old, isn't it? It's like 6 or 7, actually.
It's 8 years old. It came out in 2016. 2016.
Oh, I thought it was 17.
I thought it was 2016. Well, no, the beta came out in 2016. So I played. I played the beta back in 2016.
So this is like a 7-year-old game, like from its actual release, and that's wild to think of. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's really all I got to say about it, bro. I mean, it's just crazy that a Microsoft game is selling on another platform. It's crazy for Xbox fans. It's crazy that PlayStation fans are so hungry for a Microsoft game that has been told up the yin yang that it sucks.
Yes. It's pretty damn funny. I want to, before I get to my point, I want to read what Rain G4 said. What up with you, Rain? He said, what's the difference between a Sony fan and a pony? A Sony fan, listen, I would put somebody like Big Cloud as a Sony fan.
Oh, yeah.
and I don't use the word pony, I call them stands. So a stand is our brother King Thrash, our brother Porter Rock.
Yeah, he's full on pony.
Yeah. But see, there's levels of stand. Like Porter Rock is somewhat reasonable sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Jabari can be somewhat reasonable. Sometimes.
Man.
Sometimes. But our brother King Thrash, he's out there. J-Dub, he knows what's going on behind the scenes. But he has to play. He's making too much money playing the game.
And so one thing to throw on top of that, there are levels past King Thrash. There are many levels.
Right, like I guess
there's
a dude
King
named
Thrash.
Upper.
Although I've got into it with King Thrash, and I don't really like him all that much, and whatever. Like whatever. He's definitely not the worst fucking pony I've ever dealt with. Or Stan or whatever you want to. Not at all. There are way more worse people out there.
Oh yeah,
way more. Yeah, so like that's the one respectful thing I'll say about King Thrash is there's worse.
There's worse. That's worse. I mean, like I think there's a guy called Xbox Hates Japan or Japan Hate Xbox, whatever that is.
Yeah, Japan Hates Xbox.
That's a different level past King Thrash. Like King Thrash is not.
And there's worse than him too.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like there's some and I mean there's some Xbox stands out there, no doubt about it. There's some
Xbox stands that are worse than King Thrash.
They are.
It's facts.
That's a fact. But yeah,
I've heard some people that I'm just like, dude, you are terrible.
But you know, like I don't know. Like,
you need to go to prison, bro.
The things that they say, and like, they get all racist. And it's funny with me when I see them stands get out here and start talking about Xbox dudes is racist and y'all black dudes be running behind them and all. While in the same thing, y'all over here having conversations in y'all DMs and in y'all's Discords over here letting all different types of dudes say the N-word and everything else. And the next thing you know, oh, I ride for him. I ride for them. And then when somebody calls y'all out, that's another place they should do. Y'all shut them, bro. Wilmy, I'm sorry, bro. I hate that you had to go through that, man. Good on you. Good on you for calling them stands out for that trash. But anyway, but that's the difference. I mean, there's PlayStation. I mean, like, you know, you would look at somebody like, I'm not the biggest fan of BG. He talks a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna get that peanut head slap one of these days by talking to the wrong person. But he's reasonable. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not a dumb person at all. You know what I'm saying? He just yaps off at the mouth a lot. He does. He be talking some good shit, boy. I tell you, man. I sometimes I laugh when
he be cracking me up.
Yeah, when he try to insult people, he would be insulting me or whatever, and I'm like, bro, man, if you were sitting right here next to me, I swear to God, bro, man, you gonna lose all that, all that going away for a good one. But we gonna let that ride. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious, but.
Yeah, I've seen him go off a couple times. There's one time he was going off on some people. I was on the podcast. I was just like,
what is going on? Like, it ain't that
I'm just
serious.
sitting back whistling, just like I ain't got nothing to do with this.
We're having a conversation. I mean, if we can get a little sassy with it, let's have some fun with it. But man, these personal attacks and then getting nasty with it. Come on now. Anyway, like D-Batch is a PC guy. You know what I'm saying? That kind of plays in the lane of whatever, but he's reasonable. Jack Move Johnny is reasonable. He's a reasonable PlayStation guy.
Johnny's pretty dope. He's a good dude.
He's a reasonable person.
He legit calls out both fucking
right, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. He's reasonable. Out of that whole crew over there, he's the most reasonable, in my opinion. Even because Kid Smooth, that's my brother. I love Kid Smooth to death, but he gets too emotional on certain things because he listens to too many of them stands. I try to tell
even when he's not. Even when you're just playing games with him, he's too emotional. Like he's just an emotional dude. I was playing Wolong with him once, and I swear he twisted his controller in half, and like I wasn't sure if he was like drying up some tears or what was going on, but bro was playing Wolong and lost all his sense of mind. And Same with 2K when I was playing with him once. Man,
Yeah,
that
there's a
man gets
lot
way
of
too passionate.
yeah. No, my brother's real passionate, but nah, man, the Kid Smooth is really good people, man. But yeah, he be listening to them stands too much, man. He gets too emotional on that shit. No, I mean, like there's plenty of reasonable PlayStation gamers out there that I would recommend a lot of people to listen to. But you know what I'm saying. But the more crazier that they are, the more they become a stand, the more that they get the most attention, and that's unfortunate for that community. And so and it's likewise for some Xbox content creators out there. But it's more predicated on the doom and gloom. Like the biggest problem with Xbox content creators is that they try to play the neutral side too much. Instead of being a fan, this is what you get. This is where you get your money off of, right? There's nothing wrong talking about Xbox in a negative way from time to time, or you know what I'm saying, or talking about PlayStation in a negative light from time to time. But if you can't say something positive about PlayStation, and if you can't say something positive about Xbox, if you consider yourself, then what are you doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everything is all bad at PlayStation. Not everything is all bad at Xbox. Not everything is all bad at Nintendo. But for Xbox content creators, they have to do better. They have to do better on.
I'd rather listen to a PlayStation stan than a person that says they're a PlayStation stan and constantly hates on PlayStation. And the same goes with Xbox as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with
that. Because then I'm wondering, like, are you really a fan? And I'm not saying that all you have to do is just talk proudly about said thing, but it's just like, why is it every time you turn on the camera and hit record that you promise to everybody that you're an Xbox fan and then go 2 hours hating on them? Yeah, like, it's like, God damn.
You sit there getting all these super chats talking all this good. Next thing you know, you just boom, 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 boom. This Xbox is doing Xbox. Yeah, the Xbox. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with you. I can't. That's why I say I stay in the wind. I'll be in these DMs. I chill. I sit there and I'll talk to people and shit. And every once in a while I'll post something or whatever. But then this whole it just I'm like, man, do y'all better play some damn games or do something? Because this is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Oh, anyway, so it is what it is. But no, there's a lot of but that's the difference. Like I said, like I do like Big Cloud quite a bit as a PlayStation dude. Like I never ever worked with her or never really. I've watched some of her content for like her being on other stuff. The Erica chick, she seems reasonable. I think she's a PlayStation chick. I believe her name is Erica or something like that. I don't know. I just see her on what's
called. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Her name is Erica. Erica.
Oh, Erica for the win?
Yeah, Erica for the win. She seems reasonable.
She's dope. She's really nice.
She seems reasonable.
She is reasonable.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
she's just a PlayStation fan.
She's just a PlayStation fan. Reasonable. So yeah, there's no problem with that. So and I don't have a problem with people want to knock Xbox for things that are reasonable to knock Xbox for. If you have a problem with Xbox, if you fear that Xbox is going to give up everything, just go for the turn straight thought, then just wait till Xbox, because Xbox will tell you. That's the difference between Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation ain't gonna tell you shit. We gonna thought for the streets, and you just gonna like it. That's what PlayStation does to their fans. Xbox is gonna tell you, and then get cooked for it. You know what I'm saying? So just wait. That's what I'm saying. Be patient. We'll find out. Xbox will let us know. That's the one thing Phil and them will do. You know what I'm saying? They will let us know. And I don't think that they're going to be all fighting for the streets. They just are they have a massive amount of game content and they can make a lot of money. But as long as they keep a solid amount of games on Xbox PC, I don't see there would be any problem at all. But anyway, to my thoughts to finish this out about the Sea of Thieves situation is, listen, man, I mean, it is bittersweet. I played a lot of Sea of Thieves. I haven't played it in a while because the way I like to play Sea of Thieves is with a crew. And me and Don was playing it all the time. But Don likes to play like, let's just go, just me and you. And Don is crazy. Like Don will get out there and jump out the water and go into a big ass ship and sabotage shit. And I'm over here rowing, and then I'm getting shot at. And he's like, just keep distracting him, bro. This ship is on fire. And then the dudes is coming after me, and the next thing you know, their ship is on fire. But then it don't make no sense because we can't loot. We can't get the loot. I want the money. I want to get to be, legendary pirate. And then so we wasted a whole night just doing some wild shit, even though it was fun. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting no loot. And so, you know what I'm saying? So like I had to talk Don like Don, I can't do it with just me and you, bro. I can't do no 2-ship crew because you too wild. I need to have a team with me. I need to have some other people with me. So that's why if we got a team of 4, I will play it. Because the last time that I played it was when they did the update with Jack Sparrow stuff, and we beat that, which was really dope. That was really, really dope. But I haven't gone back since then. And so, but I love Sea of Thieves. I knew Sea of Thieves had all the potential in the world once I played it. But just for everybody calling it saying the Kraken was lacking and that, the enemies and then, the graphics and stuff like that. I'm telling you, when them PlayStation fans see that water though, that water, oh man, boy. Man, so y'all can brag and say the power of the SSD. You know what I'm saying? It will set you free. I don't know, man. But yeah, I'm happy for Sea of Thieves. I really am. And like you said, that's extra money in their pocket. Like, because I think it's what, $60? Is Sea of Thieves $60 over there, Ham?
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's $60 and it's already pre-ordered, like, man, that's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is, man. So, but yeah, Farscape. Yeah. Man, Don is a maniac. Don. If you want a maniac that will get the job done, Don is your man. All right, there ain't no Don. Don KTR is your man. He is great at Sea of Thieves, but he's a maniac. Man, put me in the cannon and shoot me out. Yo, like he's that crazy ass white boy that you want on your team, but not just with you solo, because you the one gonna go to jail. Don gonna go free because he's gonna escape. And I'm like, man, anyway, but yeah, no, with a crew, no, we fire. So yeah, I might have to go back and when me and Don start streaming again, I might have to say, man, we're gonna have to get a crew together so we can do some Sea of Thieves. But I am excited about it. And listen, it is nothing to get into the USS Hillary, or in Don's ship, his is the Republican, mine is the USS Hillary. You know what I'm saying? Clinton.
Oh, trap.
Bro, yeah, we because Don's a Republican, I'm a Democrat, so we clown. But hey, man, whichever ship you want, son.
The best she had, Cam Mega, is the Hillary.
Well, at the time, Hillary was running for president. So, you know what I'm saying? And it could have been the Obama, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no problem. You know what I'm saying? This might be, I might redo my ship. It might be you know what I'm saying? It might be the Uncle Joe. You know what I'm saying? We might do that. But Don's is the Republican, right? And whichever ship you want, you're going to get this work. So, you know what I'm saying? So these PlayStation dudes going to come in here. They're going to think that they're going to fly in these, roll on these seas. You better not see. You see them insignias on these ships. You in trouble. You in trouble. I can't wait. So yeah, I'm happy for the game. Grounded, I think, is going to do fantastic too. High Five Rush will be yet to see. Pendament, I just think that that's just a throw in. I'm not to say that game is not great or anything like that. I don't have any interest in it like that, but it is good that they will take a game like that, and I don't think anybody would complain about anything like that. Crash Bandicoot games, Spyro, they've always been thoughts anyway. Why would anybody trip out about those games? You know what I'm saying? They've been thoughts, right? You know what I'm saying? So why would anybody trip about those games? Like when everybody was getting mad about when they let the studio go to have their creative freedom. Xbox is going to have those games on Game Pass. We're going to eat good as Xbox gamers. Everything is, and we're going to probably get the new game that they're going to work on and get completed to come on Game Pass as well. Why you can't? I thought that you wanted to have these developers have creative freedom. Like, that's what I'm saying. Just patience. Xbox has got a good strategy going. Let them cook. Anyway, So but I'm happy for Sea of Thieves, and and like you said, I'm happy for gamers in general. Like, it just shows that what the media says in reviews, what some of these PlayStation content creators say, and using Metacritic and all this stuff to try to let you know what is a good game and what is not. The public will let you know. So good for Sea of Thieves, good for Rare. All right. Now we're gonna go to something that is not game related. But this is interesting though. This is very interesting. Well, no. Okay, no. The last thing is going to be the thought. The not the thought, but the thirst trap. That's going to be that's going to close us out here. But this one right here is going to be something that I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll probably skip the other one I was talking about the Uber person. But let me get to it here. Hold on. Let's see. Get to it. Okay, right here. Okay. Now, this was pretty interesting. I seen this in a DM with some good people, man, and they were having a discussion about it, and I thought I want to discuss this as well. What's how you say his last name? Espatino? Is that how you say his last name?
I can't see anybody's name.
You can't see his name? The dude that played in Far Cry 6 as the villain. He was also in The Mandalorian as the bad guy in the first two seasons.
Oh, yeah. I always called him the name off of fucking
Giancarlo. I don't know how to say his name. I'm not even going to try to butcher his name.
It's like Giancarlo.
Yeah, something like that.
Espinito,
something like that. I don't know. The man's a fantastic actor. I do not want to destroy his.
I always called him his name from Breaking Bad, which I'm slipping on right now.
See, yeah, like I always called him something else. But anyway,
El Pollo.
So,
yeah, the chicken.
So yeah, but that, and then okay, so him, he said something about like he thinks him playing as Professor X and Denzel Washington playing as Magneto would be great. And then there's been rumors about the MCU is thinking about doing a complete change up about Magneto and Charles Xavier. Now, for me, I'm going to make this point. Magneto and Charles Xavier. Now, I'm a huge X-Men fan. I'm a monster, crazy X-Men fan. I named my son after Professor Xavier. My son is named Xavier. I love the X-Men, right? And Professor Xavier is one of my favorite X-Men, right?
You know, you named him off of the basketball school.
You crazy. I know. Was Xavier McDaniels? Man, get the hell out of here. This CrossOver's last show. We ain't ever doing this shit again. You ever disrespect my son or my heart, man. He said Xavier McDaniels. Anyway, but no, I'm a huge X-Men fan, right? Okay, so would I look at that weird? Yes, I would. There's no question, because of course, with Magneto's background of him being, he's a Jewish guy that was in a concentration camp. That would be that means you would have to do a lot of crazy timeline shit, right? You know what I'm saying? to put a like a Cuban African or whatever that his nationality.
This man came out of Mozambique.
Bro.
He raised my loke.
Wakanda, Texas. Loke out here, man. Well, okay, but anyway.
Magneto speaks Portuguese. Man, that's stupid.
But
I'm sorry, bro.
Hold on, no, okay. But for me, that would be weird, right? So that means they would have to change everything, right? And I see my brother Black Viking, shout out to him, another Oklahoman, man. You know what I'm saying? He probably saying, well, if you want to change, if you want to make him if you want to say something about Magneto's tragedy and say something about like the Tulsa massacre or something like that, and then change it up. Oh, of course. Like I felt what he was saying on that, but then that's so much of a change up. And I am a person that is all about inclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like none of these characters are real. They're not. So people got to stop acting.
There are definitely black Jews. I get that.
There are Jews out there as well. But again, you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, like it's crazy to me. Like these are fictional characters and they all have different timelines, storylines, things like that. And for what people know from what they've seen, not everybody is deep into comics. There's way more people that's deeper in comics than I am and things like that. But we have to understand that this is fantasy. It's not real. So they can change up and do different things all they want to. But what we want, people want everything perfect to the letter, to the T, and then they'll still complain because everybody just complains about everything today. And so you get these two actors to play these two compelling, deep-rooted characters. Man, listen, that shit would be flames. Now, an old Denzel doing some action, You know what I'm saying? I don't know about, what was you saying his name was in Breaking Bad?
Oh man, I don't know why.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm through with you. But you know what I'm saying?
But you're talking about Espinito?
Yeah, Espinito, right? You know what I'm saying? Him, like, I don't know what his because I see him get down a little bit in The Mandalorian, but again, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Esposito or something like that.
Esposito, whatever. Okay, so like I'm saying, let us both be country on this one, right? Like, but I would see that, you know what I'm saying? The acting would be absolutely stellar. With CGI and shit like that, they can make it look, and then, stunt doubles and all that stuff, they can make it look fantastic, right? I just don't know if it would work. I wouldn't trip. I'm still gonna go see an X-Men movie. There ain't no question about that. Day one, I'm bringing a family. It is there. I don't care what the MCU do it. You giving me my X-Men, I am excited. So I'm there.
Gus.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't know.
He went by
man.
Gus in Breaking Bad.
Okay, Gus. Let's just call him Gus. Let's be country ass bumpkins. For you from Nebraska, me from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, Midwest.
Sorry, guys. Our education is fast. but overall,
sophistication's out the window.
Yeah, it's out the window. We are some country ass light skinned brothers. That's all. I'm sorry about that.
I still gotta roll my window down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. It ain't that bad, but
I still fish with an old school pole with some wood on it. Let's go. Anyway, so
right.
But yeah, I just
string.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't use no little I get a worm. Just get a worm out the ground, stick that little bastard and throw it in there. Go get that fish old school way. But yeah, no, I think it would be great.
I didn't have there's little blood seeping out of it.
That's right, yeah. Let the fish get it. Anyway. But I definitely it would be weird. But yeah, and then I didn't even put, because you brought it up, and maybe somebody in the chat brought it up. I don't know.
Yeah, they brought it up
about a black Jew. See that then that would make it even more solid, right? So you could work that with Magneto. Of course, you could work that with Charles Xavier and his background.
Well, see, you could.
It could, yeah. But the problem is, it's like, will people accept it? And I think at this time, people should. Like, yes, I get it. Like, we have too many people having this fear of change as though they're going to get excluded. As somebody who has been playing games as other than what I look like, or what my mother looked like, or my cousins and aunties look like, I've grown up through this. To see it now starting to shape, I'm excited more and more for seeing it. That doesn't mean that that it should be just all of people of color and gay people and everything like that. It should just inclusion means everyone. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if they want to change a little bit of this and that and here and there, I don't have a problem with it. But Ham, I know while I've been going along with it, do you think this would work? People in the chat, I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to see if you're going to cook me or not. But I wouldn't have a problem with it because I'm going to go see it regardless. Would you have a problem with it? And people in the chat, let me know. Would y'all hate it?
I think it'll. I see. I mean, those two actors are phenomenal, and I think they'll whatever movie that they're involved in, as long as they actually care about it, versus just trying to get a quick check off of it. Which obviously having the two iconic characters that they're talking about, they'd have to care about it to even play that role, right? I think that they would do phenomenal at it, but I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't like it because to me, it's just not good enough to me. To me, it's just not good enough. I don't like the idea of like it has nothing to do with just like the whole white or whatever thing. It's just like, to me, there's so much like IP that's dying to be, used and great artists and writers that have been dying to like have a moment to bring their IP to fame and whatnot. And I'm sure there's a lot of manga and comic book writers and whatnot that are of all sorts of different races and whatnot, in my opinion, that could or should be brought into like Marvel or DC or something like that. I feel like it is so boring and lame for these motherfuckers to continue to do the same shit every decade. It's just like, can we ever move on to new heroes, new IPs, things that don't have to have the excuse of we're bringing up this race or trying to put this race more dormant or excluding or including or all this stuff. To me, I don't get it. To me, that tells me that the industry as a whole is just, they're out of ideas, in my opinion. And I know that they're not. They're just suppressing ideas to continue to make cash off of the same ass old ideas that they know that they can make money off of because it was popular before. It's like, man, to me, this is no different than like the Wonder Years on Hulu with the all black cast. Like, it's cool and whatnot. That's fine. Can you do it? Absolutely. Can it be a success? Sure. Do I kind of wish that old boy from the original from the original, even though I know that he's one of the producers for the show, do I wish that he was like the main voice of the show or something like that? Yeah. That's like what I liked about the show. Is I'm trying to remember his name. His brother played in Boy Meets World. I can't remember dude's name that played on the Wonder Years, the main character.
Oh, I know you too, but I can't remember his name either. Yeah.
It's gonna bother me until I look it up. So I'm gonna look it up real quick. Main character of Wonder Year. Fred. It was Fred Savage. It's Fred Savage playing Kevin Arnold.
Okay, yeah.
And I just liked that character, and switch it up and make it more modern. I could see what you're doing and why that's cool or whatnot, but like, I don't know. I sometimes feel like that, and take this however you want to take it. But sometimes I feel like the Hollywood or whatever is like trying to like this is gonna sound kind of weird, okay, Vega, trying to somehow pay us homage or reparations by allowing us to use their IP with our faces. I feel that it is weird. I don't exactly like it, and it's just awkward. Like, if I were to see a movie 20 years from now depicting what Chuck Norris was, but it was a black dude, I'd be like, that is something else.
He said that's a something else.
That is something else. Am I going to get in the way of stopping it from happening? I got to mind my own P's and Q's because I have once said before, do not get in front of the artist's vision. So I got to respect the artist and let them just do whatever they want to do. It's not affecting my pocket. Right?
Right.
But do I need to go see that movie? Probably not. This movie that you're talking about with Denzel Washington and Gus, like, those are two fire actors. I probably would want to see that movie at some time. Would I take it as would I take it as a serious as like the original older content? No. I wouldn't. I just internally couldn't. Could I say that they did a phenomenal job and they played that character perfectly? Absolutely. But it's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't hit right. There's something about it, it just doesn't hit right. So, like, to me, I don't like it. And I mostly don't like it because it's just like there's so much opportunity for people to actually get out a new IP, and let's actually try to move on as a world, not just as the United States or as, you know, a continent or, you know, whatever, as the entire world. Like, yo, we've been living and dying by Superman and Spider-Man and all these cats forever. Is there no way that we can figure out some other type of dash man or dash woman or whatever to be that new superhero that we can compare to, like, a Superman or something like that? Like, there LeBron James became who he was because he's LeBron James. He didn't change his name to Michael Jordan. Do you see what I'm saying? He didn't need to change who he is to take a role. He's his own person. Tom Brady, same thing with, he didn't change his name to Joe Montana once he won a certain amount of Super Bowls. He's his own person, and that will forever be solidified in history. And to me, that's a problem, that we cannot ever say, man, this actor, when we look at 007, generations kind of look at it a little differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's kind of weird. Why can't something last within the lifespan of what it is, and then we just move on? You know why? It's because you can make money off of it.
Well, let me
That's
ask you this.
The only reason why.
If they made 007 a Latino man, you would not like that.
I mean, I'm not into 007.
Just saying.
But what did I think of 00? If I were to go see that guy in theater and then somebody asked me, yo, 007, I'm thinking of dude that was on Goldeneye. I'm not thinking of that dude I just seen at the theaters. Even with that change, there's a different white guy that's been playing 007 for years now. I still don't think of him when I think of 007. Right? Mm-hmm. Do you see what I'm saying? There's people when you mention...
I see what you're saying.
There's people when you mention Superman that they cannot think of anything else but Christopher Reeves. They can't. Because he killed and even though and here's what's crazy. There were people before him that were Superman, right? But they just didn't project it right. But one thing that they always did is they kept it as close as the same as possible. You switch something a whole lot, then it just doesn't look right anymore. It's not the same thing. That's just my opinion. And like I said, I'm not speaking the gospel. Somebody else could look at this and say this dude's out of his fucking mind, which is fine. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. Right. But I want to see things evolve and be different. Now we have this multiverse thing with the whole Marvel thing where it's like you can just vomit out like an idea and a resolution. And let the fans tell you if it was good or not. And if it wasn't good, we'll try it in a different multiverse. It'll be a different one.
Yeah. No.
We'll try it again. And it's, I don't know. To me, it's just that's kind of lazy to me.
Okay. Wow. All right. All right. So this is my thought on it. It's like I said before, these are fictional characters. So therefore, they can do whatever they want to. I do think that they are trying to do a little bit of what you are alluding to, because of the Fox versions of or just even the original comic book versions of Magneto and Professor Xavier. They've always been known as white men. Well, it has been rumored that the MCU will use these characters, but not bring these characters to a point to where they were like even with Wolverine. Like they're putting Wolverine in here to let Wolverine, they're letting Hugh Jackman have his shine with this Deadpool movie, and they'll probably have him go through the Secret Wars and stuff like that. Let him have his last hurrah, and then when they bring out another version of Wolverine, which will most likely be a younger version of Wolverine, he is not going to have the same impact as what Hugh Jackman had with the Wolverine character. And I think that they're trying to do the same thing with Magneto and Xavier. Make them have a great standing, but don't give them but don't have them at the forefront of what the Fox movies did, and give other characters like maybe Dazzler or Gambit or Beast or there's countless Psylocke. There's this countless X-Men, X-Force, you can have Forge. There's just so many different villains and heroes within the X-Men universe that they can use to be the new forefront, the new face of the MCU's version. So I think they want to do that.
So waiting on a Cyclops movie.
Well, see, and that's another thing too, is that that I've heard in rumors as well from these content creators and people that say they know in the know. I'm just going by what they say. Like, I don't have no sources in no movie stuff, but what they're saying is that, like, yes, Cyclops gets a bigger role, things like that, because Cyclops was Wolverine's bitch in the Fox movies. So that's
they hated each other, and I loved that relationship.
That's the real relationship because of Jean Grey. But again, like it's you know what I'm saying. But this is what the problem is, I think, with when it comes to media. There should listen, when you made this point of saying, let me see. Hopefully, sorry if it's buffering. I'm seeing there's a little issue. I know I got an update coming. Anyway, but if there's when somebody tells me that, well, you shouldn't change Bond, or you shouldn't change this character, I have to go back, because I am older than you, and go back and think about how they did movies like Cleopatra, how they did movies like Ben-Hur, how they did movies like Casablanca, and all these other movies that was doing depictions of people of color, but they put them as white people.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's different.
Well, same thing to me, because now is, if you believe religion or you don't, then you know what I'm saying. Then when they depicted Jesus as white and things of that nature or whatever, then you believe what you believe. But if let's say Cleopatra,
that's not supposed to be fiction, though.
Right? But that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying. But Cleopatra,
I'm
she's
not getting
not
into
fictional.
the weeds with that. I'm just saying,
right. But that's what I'm saying.
I'm just
though.
saying, we're talking about fiction.
Right. I get you, but I'm saying but me as a person that's older, Sir X-Man and other people that's listening that are older, we can say we've seen people as what they call whitewashing black people or Muslims or Latinos, and then they put a white face on it. And then hell, back then they didn't want to pay a black actor or actress, so they would do blackface. They want to change a character from a white character, fictional, not a Chuck Norris, because that would be bullshit. Chuck Norris should be white. If we old enough to get to a point to where they want to celebrate Chuck Norris with a movie, then it better be a white man. But you know what I'm saying. But for a Magneto or for Charles Xavier or for Captain America was black in you know what I'm saying in the comics. But if you want to do a black Thor or what, these are fictional fucking characters. Who cares? Right? I understand, but see, that's the thing. Is
then don't be. I'm just saying, don't be mad when Blade's white. Don't be mad.
I wouldn't be.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, no.
But just try to make sense to it to a few generations later when they look back and you show them Blade and they're like, why is he black?
Well, no, but this is why I won't be mad at it, because if they did Blade as a white man, right? And I would go back and you would say, well, shit, okay, Blade was always a black guy, but okay. But if they've done all these other changes to where there were white people that were changing to somebody else of different color or origin, then I can't sit here and contradict myself and bitch and say, well, Blade is black. No. If for all the changes that they would do, then that means they just doing changes. Fuck it. They're all fictional. There ain't no goddamn vampire hunter running around biting bitches across the neck. I mean, let's get real. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It's not, you know what I mean? Shit. As much as that would be cool just to not see in person, because I would be out. But, you know what I'm saying? But this is not real. Like, I mean,
you're right. But
it's not real. It's not real. So I don't trip out.
You're not lying when you say it's not real, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like you're evolving a fan base that may not need touching, like, in my opinion. Like, and I just and like I said, I personally just find it lazy. I find it to be flat out lazy.
But I don't think it's lazy, because I think it's.
I totally think it's lazy.
I don't think it's lazy at all.
You're taking a story that's already written, that's already understood by many, and then you're putting different situations around them. Okay, that's all you're doing.
That's not okay. So we're talking about Magneto and Magneto and Charles Xavier, right?
Sure. In this situation,
right. In this situation, right? Well, there was somebody in the chat that brought up about black Jews. I didn't even think about that, right? So how would that be made up? That would be actually pretty goddamn creative. And then
how's that creative? It's just a black person.
No, it's not. It's still. But I mean, okay, you brought up.
It's creative because it's a different race. Like, no, it's not creative to me.
Okay, but hold on. Listen to what you just said earlier, brother. You said that why don't we just sit here and just make it about us as a people? Why care about the color of the person as long as the
I'm saying why don't we make your own characters and stuff like that, instead of what I'm saying is like the character is like the only thing that really seems of significance that's different is the person's race. I'm saying, like, instead of like, oh, let's make a black person Superman now, why can't we make another
there is a black
character?
Superman. There is a black Superman in the comics.
Sure, there is. Then that's what I'm saying. If there is, then why do we need to make it black then? If there's already a different one.
But I'm just, because if this is the stuff with the multiverse, this might be a tie-in to the multiverse. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
it's still lazy to me.
No, it's not lazy. It's just part. I think it's just
for you to say, you know what? You know what's different about this character?
What?
It's not his powers. It's not where he lives. It's not how he takes care of anything. It's that he's black.
Oh, it's got a different dynamic to it. So what? Like, I mean,
so what's the different dynamic?
The different dynamic is the fact of what there could be a different added extra storyline to that story of that black Jew. Maybe he had more persecution when he did come out of being after coming from the Nazi camp. Like, who knows? Who knows how they would write that? Like, I mean, listen, that's the thing to me is where if you're going to judge something, I ain't going to judge it off the merits of the color of the because I never have. You know what I'm saying? Only unless I see some kind of racist trope going on where people go over here using a word that they don't know what the terminology of what woke truly means. It's asinine to me. But again, if you want to call it woke, then explain to me why you call it woke. Well, because it's not showing a white person. The fuck? You know, like I said earlier, how many times have I played as a white man and a white woman in video games, or watch white men and white women whip black people's ass in movies? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Like, listen, it's okay.
So could you imagine? So could you imagine? No. Give me a second. Could you imagine then? Could you imagine turning on Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
All the Nazis are black.
If that's how they want to change this, well, that's a different. No, hold on. That's different.
Oh, now it's different.
Because the Nazis are the Nazis. That's a whole. Now you fucking with history in a different way. This is okay.
It's a fictional game.
But you know, the Nazis are not fictional. You see
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's going way overboard. That's like saying
now it's overboard.
No.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna mess with somebody else that thinks what you're talking about is overboard.
No. That's like you said. That's like you putting out as an Indian person, a Native American person, and then you putting them as a black person. That's not, you know what I'm saying, as a sense. Okay, like let me think of something from the history. Let's say that I don't know, Custard, right? Or no, I'm trying to think of the dude that got his scalp taken off. I can't think of his fucking name right now. I think it was Custard, wasn't it? I think it was Custard. Regardless, the dude that got his scalp cut off. And you had a black dude doing it instead of a Native American doing it. That's fucking up history. That's not doing the right thing. And then I would be on your side for that. Or if you put that as a person that was a white person or an Asian person or something, no, that's not what, no. When you fucking with history, then that's a problem. But when you're doing something that is fictional, like comic books or anime, or doing something about, like, you know what I'm saying, or James Bond or Superman, well, you know what I'm saying, like I said, with comics, anything like that. Like, for instance, okay, let's just say, okay, one of my favorite movies is The Last Starfighter. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's an old classic movie. Or Legend. That is still one of my favorite movies of all time with Tom Cruise. If they brought Legend back and they put a Latino person in there or an Asian person in there as the person that would replace Tom Cruise, would I be pissed off about that? And that's one of my favorite. No. Why? It's not real. There's no fucking unicorn. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I believe in heaven and hell, but it ain't gonna look like Tim Burton's Satan, even though that's a hideous looking devil. But regardless of the fact, it's not the same. Those things don't bother me. When you fuck with history, though, and even
but we are fucking with history when we make Jesus white, right?
But we've had to live with it.
Okay, but now we have to live like that's what I'm saying. It's like the conversation.
You know how many times we've seen of Jesus being white, blonde hair, blue eyed?
Just saying, man.
Like, we've been seeing that. Like, we was raised to go into church and seeing a blue eyed Jesus. You see what I'm saying? When we knew that when you sit there and we got our history from our ancestors and shit, from knowing the true history of what those people look like, or what a Hebrew looks like and things like that, then, but that's what I'm trying to say. We've already been through this culture type of situation where people have used characters and made them look like something else than what they actually was depicted in, and that was done with stuff with actual history.
What I'm telling you is
whether fiction. It's different.
What I'm trying to tell you is whether it's fiction or nonfiction, it gets redone to look a little funny sometimes.
I get it, brother, but see that I'm talking about the fictional side of things, and you're kind of blending in real history. If you said that if Wolfenstein brought black Nazis, that's a problem.
Right.
The Nazis has always been the Nazis. If you said, okay, that, like for instance, let's just say that they made the Black Panthers the White Panthers. That's a fucking problem. There ain't no White Panthers. They're Black Panthers. I'm talking about the racial group, not the actual cat. But I'm saying not the actual animal, the big feline that'll eat your ass. I'm talking about the political group back in the 60s and 70s and early 80s before they faded out. But that's who I'm talking about. Then that's a problem. If that's like saying, oh my goodness, why I can't think of his name right now. I don't know. I'm fried already. But that's just saying you putting out like, okay, the movie Malcolm X with Denzel Washington in it, right? That's what I was going to say. That's like you making Farrakhan a white man or an Asian man or a Latino man. You see what I'm saying? You can't do shit like that.
Oh man, a Latino man talking about Muhammad.
Yeah. We're gonna get Robert De Niro to play as Elijah Muhammad. Come on now. Now you see what I'm saying? Like you just can't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't, but I just feel
Ronald Reagan is Morgan Freeman. Come on, bro. You're going into lines that just don't make any sense. I'm talking about fictional characters and those type of things like that. Like, how many variations of King Kong that we've seen and Godzilla, right? Some people hate the way Godzilla looks. Some people love the way Godzilla looks. But there's different versions of them. You know what I'm saying? He still has, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing to me, is like, it's fictional. Let them cook. I'd rather have good acting, a good story, and some great action. I don't give a fuck about the color. I've dealt with this for years, all my life. I just want to see some good acting, some good shit popping off on the screen so I can eat my popcorn, drink my soda, you know what I'm saying, wiggle my toes. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy myself.
Like I said, a good show is a good show at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like I said, what I'm going to remember an IP for is different than what a good show is.
I'm just saying. I love the conversation, but okay, we're going way over time. I want to do one more and then we get out. This is just a little funny thing to get out of here. I did like that conversation. I don't know, chat. If you want us to do more conversations like this, let us know. I thought this was real fun. You know what I'm saying? And I do like the different side, because this would be a conversation with me and Don, and you and Don would be in the same going the same path with. You know what I'm saying? And I would still have my same stance. So that's fine. I love it. But anyway, let me see.
I'm sorry, I don't want to see a white Shaft. I'm good. I don't want to see a white Dolomite.
If they made a white listen, I would crack the fuck up they do a white Dolomite. I would see it. I want to see if he could do it. If he could do it.
Yo.
If he can't make it happen, he can cook. But if he gonna get out there and be raw, I'm gonna crack up and I'm gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just different like that. I just like seeing different shit. I like seeing things kind of get out the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's
to see
what
new
brings
shit.
more.
I don't want to see the same shit redone 8 million times.
I think that's what the MCU wants to do, is kind of.
That's what the world does, dude. It's not the MCU, it's the world, man. I mean, how many times? I mean, how many times we get the same damn shows over and over?
Well, I mean, yeah, I get that, but I don't know, man. I'm just not. I ain't tripping about it like that. I really ain't.
I want to see new stuff.
We are okay. All right, so here we go. Let me go right here. I need to talk to my people right here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm having a problem here. Okay. All right, so I've been seeing a lot of this and there's more explicit stuff. So I'm not gonna go this far. I'm just gonna go with just. But you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm reading his comments from my brother here, and he's saying, honestly, can't tell you how Cloud managed to focus on his mission.
I can't hear you.
Okay, so ain't these girls supposed to be in their teens in this scene?
Yeah, I mean, that's supposed to be what it is.
I don't know, man. Listen. I get it. I get it. But
Swag saying so that's like making Shane. He got a $2 super chat saying that's like making Shane a female character.
Shane. Who's Shane?
You don't remember Shane?
From where?
I believe that was Marlon. No, not Marlon. Wayne's brother's the oldest brother. The movie Shane, I thought.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. They could. I mean, listen, man, I don't they did female Ghostbusters. Is Shane a real person? Or is he a made fictional person?
He's fictional.
So I don't care. Like, I mean, long as it's done properly. Like, I mean, yes, if it's done lazily, then there's no reason to do it. But if if they do it right and proper, like that's all I care about. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that person is going to play that role because listen, this is the one thing about the comics that a lot of people might not know, but the way that DC and Marvel comics work, they all kind of have the same type of characters. Some might be there's a Spider-Man type of character in Marvel. There's a Wonder Man in Marvel. Matter of fact, I think Marvel's working on a Wonder Man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they do kind of play in that field because they don't want to get hit across the head for a lawsuit, so they make something that's alternative with a little bit of change on it. But anyway, regardless, whatever. But
what? And that's what makes it fun, because it's different, it's a change, and it's a new name.
Dang, so what's the problem of making Magneto and Charles Xavier Black?
Because like in my opinion, it's just like, I mean, we just got done talking about this.
You don't have to like it. No. I just saying. I just don't see. I don't see the problem.
I mean, like I said, like in the grand scope of everything, does it matter? No, you're right in that sense. But is it something that I don't know? Like, I feel like the whole point of it is to run off of nostalgia, right? So why are we changing the way that it looks and everything like that? Like, usually when I go for nostalgia, I want something to look as similar as possible to what it looked like previous. Like, when I looked at Superman and I seen I forget that dude that plays Superman, the same dude that plays the Witcher character. God damn, I don't remember his name.
Geralt?
Huh?
You talking what, the actor or the?
Yeah, the actor.
Carvel.
Henry Carvel or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or Cavill or whatever.
Yeah.
When I seen him, I'm like, God damn, that looks very similar to, the predecessors of Superman and stuff like that in the past. Oh yeah.
No, he looked like Superman. No, I thought you saying if he looked like The Witcher.
No. I'm talking about like
he
looks similar
he made you forget about how to
the cat in Smallville. The cat in Smallville kind of looks similar to, like, what we anticipated Superman to be about, like back all the way in Christopher Reeve's days. Like, they all have like this similar kind of facial structure, hairstyle, and all that stuff. And to me, that kind of stuff matters. Like they make a new they make a new Blade, And sure, it's not Wesley Snipes, but it's another black dude, and he has the same cut. That gets me excited for the movie. I'm sorry, but that's just it. Like, I see another Storm that looks something like Halle Berry. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got
it's
you.
just that kind of stuff gets me excited. But you pull out a Storm and it looks like it looks like old girl from Amy Amy Schumer. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Are you gonna be like, look at the artist finish? They got Amy Schumer and Storm. I'm wondering where they're going with this.
Is
that gonna be cool?
Oh, listen, when they picked Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I hated it. But then after I watched Wonder Woman, I said, okay, that is Wonder Woman, and she kicked ass. She was great. Even though 1984 was a bad movie, it wasn't because Gal Gadot was bad. It was, and even I even loved old girl as Cheetah. Like I couldn't believe it. I ain't never looked at her as attractive before. The chick from SNL. And you know what I'm saying? But she made herself, she acted her ass off. She did real good. She even looked sexy as being Cheetah. But the path of the writing and everything was just, and the plot was just awful. It was too much about the love story.
Before her?
I don't know what other movies they did with Cheetah, except maybe on the show.
Because that's what I'm pretty much going based off of. It's just like how these features of these characters do play a part in the way you feel about said characters.
But again, it doesn't matter. It's just because Cheetah is a black woman. Cheetah could be a white woman. You know what I'm saying? In the comics, she's both. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter when it comes to fictional stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling me that if you made Abe Lincoln a woman, then that's a problem. If you made, you know what I'm saying? If you made, like I said, like let's say Cleopatra a man, then that's a problem. But you can't. But other than that, like when you're fucking with history, that's the problem.
You gotta make the peanut butter man, Washington Carver into an Asian.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. Like, that's going across the lines. But anyway, all right. So, Sir X-Man with the chain, he says Shade is a Western, as a classic Western. I have never even heard of that movie. Of course.
Oh, I'm thinking of I think I'm Shame.
Oh Shame. Yeah, okay. If you said Shame, I would have understood that. Okay, all right, I got you.
Yeah, I said Shame. I thought of Shame.
Well, let's finish this so we can get out of here. I'm just thought about the thirst trap here. I what is happening here? Listen, I love the way the characters look. Right, I like a sexy looking character. There's no problem. I like it. I enjoy it. Right. But it is getting, like I said, there was a whole list of stuff. I'm not going to show it all. But, I mean, but it's getting crazy out here, bro. Like, what are we doing? It's not that serious.
I don't know, man. Like, bro, we were talking about it just before the show about, I'm just like any other guy. I like seeing a piece of ass, and I can't, right?
I can't wait to play.
You walk in
I'm excited.
Or you at Walmart, or you just walk into the corner store real quick. You go into Walgreens. You just stopping in to grab. You ain't feeling too good, and you got a cold, and you see that ass, and you just like feel a little bit better now. But damn, like you know what I'm saying? Like but like. It is a little weird. I ain't gonna say like today's kind of like need to constantly show ass from the ages of young kids that should not be doing that shit all the way to old ass women that are in the exact same boat that should not be doing that. Me and K Mega both seen that little video of that rapper smacked his mama on the ass.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Said, look at all that. And I'm like,
she was just shaking. Like,
she started jumping up and down to show you that shit get fat.
I mean, it was fat. Now that wasn't my mama. Now I was like, whoa. But it was still disturbing.
Man, I come from a time where if your mama did that, you want to vomit.
Bro, I definitely came from a time.
You walk out of the room, you are like, oh, I gotta leave the house for another hour or something because parents are busy. Like, I ain't supposed to be seeing this.
Right.
But now they videoing it and showing they homies how fat they mama's at. Like, yo,
bro, I have if this was in the older days and if somebody's mama was doing that, everybody in there would have ran her ass out. Everybody would have ran her out. Everybody would have disrespected her to the degree of knowing that she did something completely wrong. And it's funny to me is that, and listen, I was reading comments and there was people talking about, that's just a reason why there was no man in the home. Now we don't know if that man had a daddy or whatever. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But it is a problem with some of these young men that take on some of these traits to where they feel like they want to go and, like when they get into an argument and they want to fight a girl or a woman like they fighting a man. Like, what are you doing? Like, they almost don't have the sense of thinking that that's a person that is the opposite sex of you and that you should not try to put your hands on. You should try to de-escalate it as much as possible, or restrain them enough to where they know that you're stronger than them and that you out of your element here. But no, they swinging on them like they dudes. And that's a problem, and to me that seems like a problem of a lack of some kind of man in the environment. And to this level of where you're seeing like this going to the point of where these dudes over here thirst trapping over these animated character bodies and women and things like that. And listen, like I said, I'm just like any other man. I'm going to look at that and I'm like, yeah, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? When I play Stellar Blade, I'm going to, yeah, like, that's nice. But then I'm the reality is like, what can I do with that? Nothing. Just enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? The real thing is outside. It's in my house or it's in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it seems like the difference is where because some of these guys, like I said, if I showed some of this other stuff, I'll probably get in trouble. Because that was just man, so how, you know what I'm saying, dudes' tongues out and things. I'm like, yo, come on, man. These are animated characters. They ain't real. And then what is the disturbing thing of like, listen, Tia's a nice looking character in Final Fantasy. Just always have been, right? But man, this version of where everybody's showing Tifa as and she's supposed to be 15, 16 years old in this game. Bro, do you not know that this does not make you look good? Just makes you look real suspect. So I don't know, man. I touch some grass, touch some real ass. That's all I'm saying. Let's try to find, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to find a little bit of something, listen, I love the game. I enjoy gaming, all of that. But man, let's step out of the video game world for a minute. These ain't your real girlfriends. These are just animated characters and nice to look at. You know what I'm saying? I love the jiggle physics in Dead or Alive and beach volleyball and all that stuff. But then there's a limit to where I'm like, man, I need to get the real thing. I can't get it. This is beyond me. So I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is this when you get to play Stellar Blade, or is it going to be, you know what I'm saying, you're going to lock the door and, you know what I'm saying, turn the lights off and have a candlelight and put on that Brian McKnight?
Music. He said I need something soft and supple in the background. I'm all set, bro. Like, nah. Absolutely not. We turning on some peaches and cream.
Let's go.
I got that 112 bumping.
Let's go.
No. Like, I don't know. To me, I mean, as we were talking about, the kid with the video with his mama and
That's
whatnot. Like,
wild, bro. That's
in
sick.
in in, in my opinion, for that for something on that level, I mean, obviously for the Stellar Blade and the
What was that
Tifa
rapper's
stuff and
name?
whatnot, it's 100% go touch some grass and whatnot. But like the people drooling over that and whatnot, and that kid with his mama and stuff like that, like to me, it's just like I don't know, man. To me, it even kind of goes a little bit back into the last subject a little bit. It's just like
Yeah.
we just don't really draw no lines anymore, and anymore in anything, and like it's almost like we're afraid to draw lines because like we don't want to be canceled or thought of in a certain way, or channel goes to shit or whatever. Like to me, it's just like, man, like obviously with that kid, he needed some like daddy in the household or something. Like, goddamn, like I don't know, but if I ever walked out in mine and like I had my nephew when you stand behind my wife doing something like that, I whoop his
Bro,
fucking ass.
bro, that would be crazy. All right, so yeah, I couldn't
I'd be calling my brother like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Ty, but I'm gonna have
look
to wear
look
your
at
son
this,
out."
man. Look at this. Look at this. Like, what is like what is this? Like what?
What you showing it?
Yeah, I'm showing it right here. Like, I mean, what? Some of my favorite illusions. I mean, illustrations of manga panels of Nami. I think this is the chick from One Piece, right? She from One Piece. Like, what? What do you listen? Yes, is it a sexy picture? Yes, but man, I'd rather that be a real woman. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Like, yes, it's nice, but bro, this is man, and I ain't showing it because I was reading some of the comments in here and just like, oh my god, oh
Well, like there's a term, there's a term that people use now that, I mean, back in the day we used to say that like
But they wild
this man
out
ain't
here,
got no
man.
restraint, right?
They got
Remember
no
that
restraint.
phrase?
No
He ain't got
restraint.
no restraint. Now,
No restraint.
like now the phrase is unhinged, right? Like this man is unhinged, and it's, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunately the same exact meaning as what it was prior that I just got done talking about. Like, bro, so many people out here. There's just no line in the sand for people, and like the thing is as well is the line in the sand is so different per household now, and the level of respect with said others line in the sand is completely distorted,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like I still do this, but when I go to people's house, I take off my shoes.
Mm.
When I go to people's house, I take off my shoes because I was raised when I get into my mom's house, I
Yep.
take off my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just do that everywhere that I go. Even at home, I kick off my shoes right when I get home for the most part. Like I don't even really like wearing them in my own house. But like when I go over to my mom's crib, I went over to my boy's crib this last weekend, had a couple drinks, watched the UFC fights and whatnot, watched some boys get knocked out. Took out, kicked out the shoes. Everybody else walking around the house, shoes on, and stuff like that. And I know I got some bad tendencies as well. When I'm eating, sometimes I got the elbows on the table and stuff like that. But like this whole generation, it's like they just skipped all of it.
All that, like, yeah, I can't stand people.
All of it.
I can't stand people
All of it.
smacking. I can't stand it. Yeah,
Like everything. And I'm trying to teach my daughter still to this day. I mean, she's only 6, so she still will be making mistakes every day. But
of course, right.
I'd be like, as soon as you walk in the door, you put the shoes with the rest of the shoes, hang up your backpack and your coat.
Yep.
And still to this day, I walk out and I'll see her coat or her backpack on the floor, and I just look at her, and she knows.
Mhm.
I just look at her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people don't even get raised to the point where, like, because everybody that got raised by like a pretty strict parent knows that look from a parent.
Oh yeah.
Where like you just get looked at and you're like internally patting yourself down. Like, what did I do? What did I do? And you just like start rewinding, replaying things like in like a split second, right? You're just like in a split second, like you're like life is flashing before your eyes, and you're like,
what is he
mad
to be about? Right. Yep. Yep. No, I know.
But I don't feel like there's a lot of that going around so much anymore. Like, unfortunately, like my daughter has a friend. My daughter has a friend right down the hallway that she'll tell her parents to wait. I ain't done yet.
Oh Lord.
And I'm just like, yo.
Man,
I didn't know a friend in my neighborhood that could do that back.
Man, bro, that's what I was gonna say, man. I told that story when I was in Walmart and I seen that little white kid. That little white kid got me an ass whooping in the Walmart. I saw him back to the fool because I wanted this Transformer, and we was in the toy line, and I mean we was in the toy aisle, and I seen this Transformer. And I said,
didn't you?
Yeah, and I saw him act a fool in front of his mama. His mama said, "Come here," because she was embarrassed. And he ran off, and they got the toy. I said, "Oh, okay, that's how they do it. All right." And so then when my mom and grandma came around the corner, and they said, it's time to go. And I said, hey, mom, I want this toy. And then so she looked, and then my mom was told no off the bat, but it was grandma there, so grandma's always going to be more lenient. So grandma's like, let's see what this toy is. $20? Are you out your damn mind? And then I was like, okay, do what the white kid did. But I want it now. And then she said, what? I said, I want it now. And so I fell on the floor like he did and started kicking and shit. And the response was not the same. The first thing was, if you don't get your goddamn ass up, I'm going to beat your ass. Get up. Because there was an embarrassment look. And then the other people was looking. And then next thing you know, I saw my mama coming at me. And I was like, wait a minute, she's not grabbing the toy. I got my ass beaten. I'm hearing parents and good, whoop him, get his ass. You hear that now? It's your it's this and that. No, I'm hearing parents over here. Boy, don't need to talk like that. And you embarrassing me like that. Grandma hit me in the back of the head. What you doing, acting like a devil? You been raised better than that. I got my ass beat in the Walmart in the kids aisle over a Transformer. Bro, I need me some compensation for that ass whooping I got and that embarrassment. But anyway.
Oh yeah, man! I've had to take my daughter out of the store over my shoulders before. I was like, we are going to go to the truck and take care of this.
That's right. That's right.
Mama, keep shopping. We'll be back. We'll be back in 5.
Oh man, let's get out of here before we incriminate ourselves. I know Sir X Man, he's probably going to give me a call because he's talking about super chats.
The Fed's tapping.
Yeah. The phone. That's Sir X Man right now, bro. I'm reading him right now. No, I'm saying that ain't Sir X Man. I'm just looking like that. Tarzan is a female character. That would be wrong. You're right. Tarzan should not be a female character. But Tarzan's not a real person. So I don't know, Sir X Man.
There you go, okay.
Yeah. Let Tarzan cook. Let the creators cook. And then see, Sir X Man said he likes those games. He likes to see the booty up. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, listen, I am not saying that I don't like seeing the eye candy. I do. But the comments, the overboard, like, ain't nothing wrong with showing a clip or two of something hot. Okay, I got you. Yeah. But the comments, and then like, man, come on now. You know what I'm saying, man? You're going to have to get something going.
There's a difference between enjoying and indulging.
Anyway. But thank you guys, man. We went way over the time we normally get out of here. But, man, we had a good conversation. It was fun. I might try to move. Probably not. I'll probably save it till next weekend unless I forget with the whole Uber. Uber thing or the person that was delivering the items to this person at their home, and then they were refusing to give it to them. I thought that was crazy. But anyway, we'll probably try to save that until next week, unless if I don't forget. But I will be getting back into the row of things. Starting, of course, with GRG podcast. We did it last week, but we'll be back again this coming up Friday. I will be streaming Saturday with the Don. We probably playing Halo or Ghost Recon. And then I will return Fight Night Sunday on Sunday night. Been kind of hard because of that whole situation, but this coming up Sunday, I will be back doing the same thing. And then next week, I don't know, Ham, are you going to be out of town then, or are you going to be ready to do
I'll be able to do the Monday. I'll be able to do crossover. I just won't be able to do GRG.
Okay, that's fine. So, all right, so we'll be doing the crossover on Ham's channel. And so get ready. I'm getting ready to come back to do this, man. So I hope you guys stick with me, ride with me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the time. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see what Fight Night Sunday is going to be like. I don't want to get all emotional and shit because that's when my mom died, was on a Sunday night. But we got to get through it because I got to finish the Tekken story. I got to show you guys all the fighters I got. It's going to be what's up, man. So
I don't want to play another Tekken until Law Black.
Well, okay. I mean, you can make them black in the game. So
I don't want to make them. I want it to be canon.
Okay, well, he might. Let's go, Harada. Let's make it happen. Let's make Law have let's have Forrest Law had a grandbaby. Forrest Law's son is a black child. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Chinese black mix. Let's go. Let's get it happening. And,
I think if something like that happened, I could get down with it because that happens through birth.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You see, there's always solutions.
That's different than Magneto.
Listen,
a couple shades darker this series.
Hey, Magneto's mama was about that life. Maybe she met a black Jewish person in the concentration camp, and then Magneto was born. How about that?
I was lied to about Magneto all this time.
All this time, bro. The MCU is gonna set you right. Let's go.
Magneto
MCU.
had dread. He was never bald.
He was never bald. My brother was with it. Let's go. And then what I'm saying,
from Jamaica.
And he had a homeboy from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying, which was called Professor Xavier. Let's go. I want that. Give it to me. I'm excited now. Our main man, Viper, the venomous one. He said, "I'm a real boy now." Look at this sucker, man.
He's still a wipe.
Boy, stop it. He said he's still the wipe. He said, been a member for 24 months, man. Please, if you guys want to support the channel, man, be a member. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this content, man. We're definitely going to be bringing more of this content to you because I want to be streaming more. Sports night Thursdays will be popping, so I'm going to be hitting it from Thursday on until next Monday. Like that's the goal, to kind of have me a little break in between. And then get to streaming and
them Seattle Thunder.
Man, listen. Yeah, no, watch your mouth. There's only the OKC Thunder, but we here now. We got a new stadium coming. We solidified, man. We good. We good. Seattle ain't never getting us. We good. Seattle gotta wait their turn. Let's go. All right, man. Ham Solo, where can they find you at, brother?
Find me at TSWS Gaming. Please go over there. We'll check you out on Monday. For the crossover next week. Go on ahead and support the channel over there. If you're not a member over there and you're a member over here, what you doing? You can be a member on your boys' channel over here too. So do the damn thing. But also check us out tomorrow for me and Loke show, the Lowdown. We're gonna be talking about some wild shit. Loke will probably complain about something political, and I'm just gonna sit there and roll my eyes for 2 hours. So that'll probably happen. But anyways,
let's go.
Yeah, that's where you can find me.
We got to get to talking about that Sweet Baby Ink, man. You know what I'm saying? I want that juicy content. I want to bring it out, man. Like I love talking about this stuff.
Nothing to talk about there. Man. We just got done talking about it for fucking 2 hours.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Have a great Monday. You know what I'm saying? And a great West week. If something pops off, I might do a stream here Wednesday or something like that to just talk a little trash or whatever. But yeah, you'll most likely.
I know you remember Viper. I don't know why you telling me that right now.
And then if not, you'll see us Friday. The Husky Hokage will be back on to grace us this coming up Friday. So that would be great. And man, look forward to you guys coming and checking out GRG and just supporting the channel and supporting us and doing what he do. Go support him solo. Do what he do over there with Loke and the team over there. And we thank you guys. We are out. Peace.